Jackie, the Jokeman Martling.
What's up, Jackie?
Hello, boys.
How are you, sir?
Hey, buddy, you look very thin.
Hey,
Jackie's, I know, Jackie's
Good.
looking good these days. Looking all
Thin and
healthy.
fit. He's got a nice tan going on.
Thank you, fellas. I got a volume control.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Do you have a workout regimen you're doing?
Yes, I'm on the EL diet,
What?
the Eat Less diet.
Oh, all right.
And
That's all it takes, really.
every morning I swim, and then I ride my bike 10 miles in Center Island, you know.
What are you, junior high?
Turn around.
I swim, then I play.
Do some jumping jacks?
You know what? You're exactly right. You are exactly right. And the way I am, I take it as a compliment. You know, I was going out with a girl when I was 30, and she was like 18, and her parents called me, she was a Jewish girl from Syosset. Her parents called me Peter Pan as an insult. I took it as a total compliment.
Yeah.
You know, I ride my bike 10 miles down to the end of Center Island, back. It's the most beautiful landscape in the world, and I swim a half mile. And then I eat a big bowl of fruit and oatmeal. You know, I'm a single old man with no children. There's too much free time. So what am I going to do? Let's lose some weight.
He swims with the sharks.
I swim with the sharks.
Yeah.
How far is a half mile? Oh, how many laps? You're not doing laps? You're in the ocean?
I'm in Long Island Sound, so I swim to this sailboat, all the way out to that buoy, and all the way to this buoy.
That's
and
too
I keep asking,
creepy, man.
it's not creepy. Did you hear the shark joke? You hear the shark joke yet?
No.
The shark, the papa shark and the baby shark swim up to a bunch of people that are in the ocean, and the papa shark says, all right, we're going to circle them with just our fins sticking out a little bit. And they do that. He says, all right, now we're going to circle them with our fins all the way out. And they do that. And he says, all right, now we're going to eat them. So the papa shark and the baby shark eat all the people. And the baby shark says, what was with circling them first? And the papa shark says, they taste a lot better without shit in them.
That's funny.
Now, see, we're talking about sharks, Norton. I'm not a comedian, but I got a joke on everything, Norton.
That's funny.
We have a shark joke, too, by the way. Remember from last week?
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I really don't.
We can't even repeat it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, the guy. Oh, yeah, that was just awful.
It wasn't a bad joke. Why didn't?
I'm just trying to figure out how we could say it.
Why didn't the shark eat the black guy?
Oh, man, I know. I'm not saying it either.
Why?
See?
It's the thought it was will doo-doo.
All right.
That's
joke.
terrible.
Great joke. Somebody called up and said that. That was whale shit. I fucking howled for 3 days.
Yeah,
over
how
that.
stupid are we that we're trying to stump Jackie the joke?
But I had never heard that before.
I can't believe I
We never
said
heard that
doo-doo.
one.
I
Yeah,
had no
that's all right.
problem doing the racist part, but I didn't say shit.
Yeah, exactly.
At least I'm paying attention to something. Thank you guys for having me on here.
No problem. You swim, from, like you said, from sailboat to sailboat. You ever been brushed on the leg by something under there?
You know what? It's so funny. Twice in 40 years, I brushed up against a red jellyfish. And what happens is the man-o-war jellyfish have long tentacles. So if you swim through one, you get the actual lines on your arm where the tentacles hit you.
It hurts?
But it stings a little, you know. But in 40
Itches
years,
and stings.
twice, you know. But there's a lot of jellyfish out there. Sometimes at night, you guys live. Do you ever go swimming in the Sound at night?
I used to.
When
No,
you swim
that's
at
crazy.
night, you know, I never saw this in the 70s or 80s because I was probably too drunk. But when you swim at night, there's jellyfish that light up. They're fluorescent. So when you go like this, you remember beginning in Disney World when Tinkerbell would go like this, and
Yeah, you just
with
see,
every
like,
stroke,
sparkles.
You see
it's
shit.
like sparkles
Yeah.
because the motion lights them up. And you know, there was a famous scene in The Right Stuff where the lights went off on the aircraft carrier, but it was going through a portion of the ocean that had so many of those fluorescent jellyfish in it that it was lit up around the stupid
that's
aircraft
crazy.
carrier. And it's trippy, you know.
Is the Sound clean?
It's so clean.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty clean.
And you know what's amazing?
Now
In
it
the
is.
late 70s, all of a sudden there was hospital garbage washing up. And
Really?
I was like, well, that's it. It's over because it's never going to get better.
Yeah,
and
you
then
never
they
think it's
cleaned
gonna
it
get
up,
better.
and- right, it never turns around, and it's so pristine. Come over, I'll make you a burger.
Come on over.
Make your burger.
Come over and make your burger.
Oh, we just lost Dr. Steve. We got to get him back on the phone. Jackie, you stepped in the middle of, I don't know. We were talking about this story. A chiropractor came on this woman's lower back.
He lost it. He, you know,
We talk
he was
about the perv switch on this show. Where,
massaging her a little bit,
Yeah.
doing the chiropractic on her chiropractor.
Well, you know how that can happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Well,
Did
no,
he
did he
half
really?
naked.
Yeah, he pulled his
but-
hog out.
He
No,
stepped
wait a
out
minute,
of the
wait a minute.
room.
When a chiropractor's working on somebody, he's not they're not undressed.
Well, he had
Well-
this woman's like buttocks showing and her lower back, and he was kind of feeling around, whatever. He
he
was
got
all
a
on the
little
up and up
turned
until
on.
he left the room, comes back. I guess her head was turned the opposite way. She hears a zipper go down and hears what she interpreted as masturbation. And then they found DNA on her back of this guy.
Cumsies on her
apparently
back.
he made
No,
cumsies
okay.
And it was his cumsies.
Can I ask
on her back.
questions?
Yeah.
Sure.
She's lying there. She hears his zipper open.
Yeah.
Hears the sounds of masturbation.
This is what we're saying.
And then doesn't do anything about
This
it till
is
she
what
goes
we're
to the
saying.
hospital to have somebody check for DNA.
That's
Yeah.
right. She
What about
obviously.
when something warm hit the back, the lower back? Wouldn't that be another clue?
Just taste it.
yeah.
She obviously was willing, right, Jackie?
Well, I don't know about willing, but she had to be somewhat aware.
That something was going on. Right.
You know
right,
what, Opie? That bitch wanted it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's what
No,
it sounds like to
seriously.
me.
That's what I'm thinking.
Not to make a bad pun, but there's holes in the story.
But it led to, I don't know how we got to this point.
Was it a white guy?
Yeah.
Oh, good doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor, of course.
There's too many black
Dre.
chiropractors.
Now, then we start talking about.
No, where
What-
does it
what
stand?
happened?
Is the guy, he's
What?
not indicted or
Oh,
anything?
he's arrested.
Yeah, he's in front of a fucking,
Oh, is that him?
Yeah, that's
Guilty.
him.
Guilty.
Lock him up.
Why is he guilty?
Because he looks like the guy
looks-
who slashed the cabbie.
He looks pervy.
He's white.
He looks pervy. But
You
then
know
we-
what? If he's chiropractor, how do you guys stand on that?
Yeah, it's not a doctor.
It's not a
It's
doctor.
not real. I think it's like
You know what? I got some adjustments.
voodoo medicine.
The adjustments worked.
You know what? It's like anything. There's so many people it works for, and you can't tell somebody when they get up and
Yeah.
they feel better. You can't tell them they don't feel better. So if it works for
But there's voodoo guys out there. They shake like salt shakers over your back, and all of a sudden that's supposed to do
What
something.
is that?
See, Jackie knows.
I went
then
to-
there's regular chiropractors that are really doing adjustments and trying to get your spine back.
My ex-wife's sister sent everything she owned from France in 2 huge boxes, the size of a house. And this poor little man delivered them to our house, so I felt bad, helped him move them, and crunch my knee, so the bones crunched together. So my knee was really bad, and all of a sudden I flew out to Las Vegas, and I couldn't walk. Steve Sharippa at the Riviera actually had to take me by a golf cart through the kitchen to get to this, and I was like Elvis going to, I was singing "Love Me Tender" going to the thing, but. There were no doctors in Las Vegas, so Nancy sends me to one of these guys. I don't know what they're called. They have a name. And I go into this guy's office, and I always say you can tell how bad a doctor is by how many diplomas are on his wall. His entire 4 walls were full of diplomas, so I knew this
in
guy was
trouble.
a sham. And he did that. Opie, I sat on his
telling
thing.
you. You got
He
some of these
opened a
guys.
drawer, took out a vial of pills, and put them in your hand. And said, close your hand. I closed my hand. He says, now how's your knee feel? I said, it feels exactly the fucking
What the
same, you
hell
moron.
was he
Then he
And
said,
he gave
"Take
me
the
some
pills."
But I wasn't taking them.
Right.
I swear to you, I was
Holding 'em
holding them in
in
my
your hand.
hand.
No, they do some voodoo shit, some of these guys.
That's insanity.
And the
The
rest
guy
of,
had all these...
yeah,
I
and
wish
then
I-
the rest of the chiropractors are all pissed off at those guys.
Right, because they
they're
give
giving
them a bad name.
Exactly.
Oh.
So we're talking about this, and then it came up that some of these guys are doing internal exams or internal adjustments.
Now this is where
And that's why we got our friend Dr. Steve on the line, but we're going to,
So
get you up to speed.
Dr. Steve is not the guy that's
No,
indicted.
no,
he
no.
should be.
Yeah.
But supposedly
wait.
some people's backs are so bad that the chiropractor will stick, in one case that we had on the phone a few minutes ago, 3 fingers up his ass and then pull down on his tailbone or something.
And adjust
Well,
the
wouldn't that make
tailbone.
you forget about the pain in your back?
Probably why it works.
But we thought it's bullshit, and then everyone's calling, going, no, I had that done to me. My wife had it done. Oh, that's what how it started. A guy
Yeah.
called up and said a chiropractor wanted to stick fingers up his wife's ass.
Put
So-
your finger in my belly
So we're
button.
gonna get
That's
to the-
not my belly button. That's not my finger. That's the oldest joke. you know.
So, Jackie, we're going to get to the bottom of this with our doctor friend, Dr.
I don't want to
Steve.
talk to the doctor till you tell everybody where I'm working Saturday night.
Oh, nice.
I'm playing hardball,
That's
Morton.
how
I'm
it
not.
works.
Are you selling tickets? I'm not selling tickets.
In some places, yes. But if you want to see Jackie, don't go to Foxwoods Friday the 27th of... I fucked up my own plug. God damn it.
See, that's what you get.
Thursday
Norton.
through Saturday, October 14th through 16th. My tickets go on sale tomorrow morning. How about you?
Belmore Theater for Jackie the Jokeman. When is it? This weekend?
Yeah, it's
Saturday.
this Saturday night at 9:30 because they have a film book from 1962 at 7 o'clock.
Are
So-
you kidding? You're
you know what?
following a film from
The
1962.
historic
I'm only
Theater.
kidding. I'm only kidding.
Yeah.
But they
Oh, okay.
finally stopped tearing down the old movie theaters. They're finally renovating them and making them into theaters. And a lot of these old movie theaters are beautiful. This place, I hosted the New York Film Festival there. And you go into a place with a nice sound system and a nice theater. What do you think? You think about, wow, I'd love to do stand-up here. And they said yes, so we're giving it a shot. But there hasn't been stand-up there
Jimmy
before.
did
so.
the old porn theater in Bayshore.
Yeah.
Now,
That's
is
a
that
theater,
like
too.
a vaudeville theater?
I don't know. It was good though.
It's an old porn
good.
theater, but now they're bringing in
Small theater.
The
The
YMCA.
I love those little theaters,
One of the old
and the
theaters,
seats
yeah.
come all the
bringing
way
in
up.
comedy, man. We got Dr. Steve on the line. Dr. Steve, internal adjustments is what we're talking about today.
Yeah. Do you know anything about this, Doctor?
I didn't have training in that, although I do internal exams.
Do.
This doctor has had his fingers up a lot of people's asses, Jackie.
You know what?
I
The
mean,
great
a
part is
lot.
not sticking your finger in a woman's ass. The great part is handing her a bill for it. She's writing out the check and he's sniffing his finger.
Where you stand with chiropractors, Dr. Steve?
Say that again?
Where do you stand as far as chiropractors?
I have great respect
Chiro.
for chiropractors who practice chiropractic. There have been lots of studies that have shown that chiropractic treatments work very well for low back pain. And the guys that I know, I just have chiropractors that I sent my patients to, and they were good, solid chiropractors and did what they were trained to do. Now, this thing about internal adjustments, if you think about it, if your theory is that manipulating the spine can help organs that are that are fed by the nerves that come from the spine, then you're going to want to do internal exams, because the only place you can get a hold of the coccyx, which is the tailbone, would be to stick your finger up somebody's ass and yank on it. There's no other way to do it. So,
Get the fuck out of here.
Dr. Steve, I got to ask you a question. Do you think when they were sitting around naming the bones that they were having a few beers and laughing their balls off when they named it the coccyx?
absolutely, of course.
Are you seriously saying if you put your fingers up somebody's butt, you can manipulate their inner
Well, yes, you can. Now, whether that actually does you any good or not is something that's debatable. But if you believe that, then the only way that you can get a hold of those coccyx bones would be, because if you think about it, feel back there, you can feel your tailbone going right down.
Well, I've had my finger up my ass since we've been on the phone, Doc.
How's your back?
Well, you can
Yeah, I don't know. It feels so good.
You can feel on the outside, and you can feel your tailbone going down, curving down toward your asshole, and then it becomes sort of soft and fleshy. And if you imagine sticking your finger in there, you could manipulate.
Well, you imagine.
Manipulate.
You know what? You couldn't write this. You couldn't say, we need a bit for the radio tomorrow.
No,
Let's say
no.
that chiropractors put their... Would a
I never knew
chiropractor
this.
have the woman or the guy there... When they come in, they say, look, I think I'm going to be working your lower back and maybe digitally manipulating you? Or does he just do that as a matter of course and hope that the girl doesn't feel the sperm hit the back of her? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing?
How do you make the move
Yeah.
from, all right, I'm going to make an adjustment on your spine, to I need to stick 3 fingers in your ass?
3!
Well,
Yeah.
What do you do? What do we do? The patient hears you go. All right, hold on.
Prison lube.
That is an uncomfortable conversation between patient and doctor, right?
You know what
How do you
I'd
get
like
to
to
that
know?
point?
I would love to know the
progression?
relationship of the occurrence, like how often it happens according to how attractive the patient is.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting study.
If it's some old broad, you're not
450,
suggesting that.
65-year-old woman, he never had his fist in there.
No.
No one over 250 pounds has ever had a coccyx adjustment.
They're walking around with really bad backs.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
all over the place.
Cheerleader that pulled something at the last football game she was cheering at.
Suffering from a shoulder injury.
You walk into his office, and he has 8x10s of all the women who've digitally taken 3 fingers. You know,
The
Anally
adjustment.
Hey, come on, do you want to belong to the 3-finger club or don't you?
Steve, stay on the line. We're going with Bob and Philly. He's on the line with you. Go ahead, Bob. This is unbelievable. We saved this shit for you, Jackie, because we love you.
This is great.
All right, Bob, go ahead.
I just wanted to give you guys some legitimacy to the story. My sister-in-law is actually going to be graduating out of the New York Chiropractic College in the near future, and that is actually a legitimate adjustment.
So she's a lesbian.
It is what it is, man. I mean, they don't practice it in school, obviously, but they talk about it, the technique, and the
On a
whole 9 yards.
cadaver.
I mean,
Oh, it's just, oh no! Oh no!
Hey, you got to practice on something.
Oh,
That would
turn
be
left at
nasty.
the cobwebs.
It just snaps like a graham cracker.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so it's legit, and she practiced it.
well, she does not practice that adjustment specifically. Unfortunately,
that.
it'd be good to hear some good stories about that. But
I would only exclusively do that as a chiropractor. Only
That's how you would
internal-
advertise on
only
TV.
women.
Right.
I'm designing my shingle as we speak. No, a chiropractor, as a matter of course, doesn't put on the rubber gloves, right?
Oh, wow.
He can't go in there, all of a sudden. So if all of a sudden you hear the snap of the rubber glove, he's going in, right?
So don't share grapes with a chiropractor.
If I was a gynecologist, I would put on the rubber gloves at the end of the day to seal in the flavor. I never go to my act on the show, but it fit too perfect.
That sounded really awkward, but it's still really funny.
Sealing the flavor.
Sealing the flavor.
All right, let's go to a real chiropractor. Thank you, Bob. Now we move up to James in Cleveland, and
Wait,
Dr.
Opie,
Steve's still on the line.
He really did legitimize it. He just
Well,
said
this
He said
chiropractor's
it's
really
legit.
going to bring it forward. Go ahead, James.
Yeah,
You're a
good morning,
chiropractor, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. I practice I have an office in Cleveland and in Akron, and I'm familiar with the adjustment. It was taught in passing, but basically in the same breath, it was pretty much said, don't ever do it.
Yeah, this
And,
sounds like one of these procedures that is taught, but people are like, you could get away with it sometime.
You know what we're talking about? Enter at own risk.
Yeah, you're asking for a lot of lawsuits.
Oh,
I'm sure it's legit, but, now you're risking a lot of lawsuits.
That's it. I've been practicing 13 years, never a lawsuit, and there's no fucking way I would do that one.
No way, right?
do they put on rubber gloves?
Yeah, you're supposed to glove up, lube up, and in you go.
What if she's an 18-year-old cheerleader like we were talking?
Again, that would be legitimate.
All right, Dr. Steve. You'd have to wreck everything? Really?
God,
You'd have to have a
Yeah,
chaperone.
a chaperone.
Thanks, Dr.
What do you
Steve.
do?
how fucking unsexy you need news cameras.
Is the chaperone to make sure you properly insert your digits?
yeah, what are you doing there?
You need a chaperone.
Chaperone's jerking off in the corner.
How great would it be if the chaperone was worse? It's that cunt.
It's not a junior high school dance,
That's not ridiculous. But
It's like the guy at the pawn shop watching Zed fucking Marcellus Wallace. He's standing in the corner. Yeah, you fuck him. Yeah.
One more finger.
God, Steve, you really did remove the sexiness.
Really, man? We're trying to get some guys, a little horny on their way to work today.
Have the girl's parents come in.
Yes. They sit there.
Now you know.
Constable.
Show footage from Calcutta.
Yeah, really.
Now we're talking hidden camera.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
All right, now thank you,
That's great
James.
YouTube video.
Now we move to a guy that actually had this done on Monday. See what we do, Jackie?
What?
Very organized on this show.
Oh, sure.
A guy had it done.
On Monday, Rob in Tampa.
I have one question. Are you sitting down?
Yeah, does the doctor say that? All right, look, you better sit down for this, but only for a second.
Rob, go ahead.
All right, hey, I got two experiences actually. Same doctor. One was about 5 years ago. I had a water jet skiing accident, and I couldn't even walk, and I was in so much pain. So I went to the doctor, and he's like checking everything out, and then he's like, "All right, take your pants off and bend over the bench." So I'm like, "What for?" He
I'd
goes,
pick wheelchair. Go ahead,
So
sorry.
he goes, well, I got to check the inside of your tailbone to make sure it's not fractured. What happened was I jumped awake on a jet ski, and I came down and just compressed my whole tailbone.
Oh, that'll hurt.
Wow.
And it just happened to be this little redheaded doctor with these big, fat fucking fingers, man.
Great big fucking Donnie Most fingers. That's what you want.
Donnie Most.
So he was well hung.
Yeah. Big
Right on.
fat
Big
fingers.
ginger fucking hands.
Notice Dr. Steve doesn't jump in to
Yeah, no
ruin
one needs a
this story.
chaperone there.
Yeah,
No.
Dr.
Thanks,
Steve got
Dr.
his
Steve.
pants down.
You need a cracker in the middle of the room.
Yes,
You're
sir.
supposed to have a chaperone even when.
All right, enough
Around
about
the
the
chaperone.
chaperone.
Now, wait, but this is different.
Buzzkill.
If he's checking for broken bones or something, this isn't
Yeah,
a guy
that's
adjusting
different.
your back and sticking his finger in your ass. This is a guy seeing if there's actual damage.
How about it fucking X-ray, Jackie?
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to give the guy the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Do they numb your shit before they do this or what?
No, he just lubed it up.
Get the fuck outta
Put
here.
on a glove, lubed it up, and stuck his fat finger up
So
my
it
ass.
gave you your medicine.
Around.
Was he a good kisser?
He bit his back.
Oh God.
A lion cub.
How did it feel, bro?
It was first time experience, so it wasn't fun.
No.
But, the worst part was after that he put a box of tissues in front of me and he's like, clean up.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
worst.
I had that at the urologist.
That's
yeah.
great.
You clean up.
Yeah, you feel really.
You feel so dirty when
Yeah.
that happens because you know.
Yeah.
Did it help at all?
What's that?
Did it help?
No, I mean, I'd go back to the office and take a shit. That's about it.
So you still have a bad fucking back.
Great. And a bad back. Now you're just not the man you once were.
Right.
I
Nothing
swear to
worse.
you, the last time I went, I'm old, and so you got to go for a prostate exam once in a while. And the last time I went to see the doctor, it was like my third time to the guy, and he's a fan, and he's a really nice guy. So he's, the inevitable. He's putting on the glove, and he's got to go in, and the doctor actually said to me, "Do you want me to dim the lights?" Being funny, but I'm like, I swear he said that. I won't say his name, and I'm sure I'd like to give him credit, but I don't know if he.
Steve.
But I'm like, when somebody's doing that, no matter how well you know them and how great a guy, I mean, he's got a beautiful office in Glen Cove, and he's a billionaire, but you don't fuck
don't wanna
around
hear
when you're
that.
going in there.
And-
you don't
want to hear jokes. You don't want to.
And to have a fan doing that.
Yeah. Bad enough he's a fan going in,
We fuck our listeners all the time. You don't want them fucking you.
Yeah.
That is awful.
Here's another guy that had the procedure done last Friday. Nate in Maine. We need more of these stories.
We need women calling.
No
yeah,
shit.
exactly. Where are the women? Chaperone.
Nate.
Just wrecked the fucking vibe. I got a cheerleader. What should I do? Read transcripts from the Yates trial. Fucking creep.
1 second, Nate. I can't defend this. I said I'd rather take the wheelchair. And Cody in Indiana goes, rather take a wheelchair, Ope, huh? But doctor checked your ass when you had strep throat. That is
That's
a true
true.
story.
Yeah.
So I did get fingers
Well,
up
he
the
was
ass for
a fan,
strep throat. I can't even explain
If
it.
you're that
Sometimes
sick,
they'll
you
look
don't care where they go.
Thank you. Thank you for helping me out.
I'll trade fingers in my ass if they're going to cure my throat. Right? I'm going to give you this one. I'm not giving you the next one. I'll give you a pass.
Just give you
here.
one.
The part that helped your throat was when he made you clean his fingers with your mouth. Yeah, the fecal matter.
Eradicate the
Right.
streptococcus.
So I can't defend that, Cody. You got me on that. Nate, go ahead.
I love doing the Dr. Steve.
It's amazing. It's all I want to do.
It's fun.
We let something go by.
Uh-oh.
The guy said that they teach you how to do it, but they don't show you really how to do it, which means the first time the doctor does that, he hasn't been in there, he hasn't
You're
done
just-
it yet.
Yeah.
So it's like
poking around.
Well,
He's gotta
yeah,
work his
yeah.
way around.
It's like it's a new neighborhood.
Imagine if he goes the wrong direction, he grabs your balls and picks you up that way.
How's that feel? No. So
There's a way to train students how to do this stuff, though. When we learned how to do pelvic exams, we had volunteers that were called talking pelvises. And
That's what all women should be called.
I've been called a lot of things, Norton.
Yapping would be better.
Yeah, exactly. A babbling pelvis.
Babbling.
How about moaning? Moaning pelvises.
Hey, pussy mouth. Sorry, Steve.
Hey, Nate, you had this done for you?
Yeah, last
Yeah, good for you. Antonella, Long Island. We have a woman. Fuck the guy when we can talk to a woman about it. Antonella, you had this done?
Yes, I did.
Yeah?
I was about 3 years
She
ago.
sounds like a victim.
The room never has been this quiet.
Yeah, no
know.
kidding.
I was 3 years ago. I fell at a party, my son's christening party. I fell right on my
On a
butt.
doctor's hand.
You fell at your son's christening party?
Yeah, and
No, I know.
I hardly walk. I went to a pain management specialist, and they referred me to a chiropractor who said I have to get the adjustment done. And he went in there, he gloved up, he went in, and he pulled it right out. It was painful, but then I had instant relief.
Oh.
It was amazing.
So did he.
It's a wash.
It's a lot.
So you spoiled your kid's christening and then had a finger shoved up your ass. What an enchantress.
What she? So you know what she did? She went and had another kid and fell at that christening too.
Yeah, she's holding a baby, looking for the banana peel. Stupid whore.
What did he do in there?
Yeah, we need to know what he did in there. And
Stupid whore. It's a listener, Norton.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, really?
I apologize. Do you renounce Satan? I do.
Antonella, what did you feel? Did it feel good?
It actually felt very good.
All right, at least she's honest.
Okay.
Antonella, do you do that sexually with your husband? That act?
No, no.
You don't funny.
Oh, so the doc gets in and he don't.
Yeah,
that must
that's
sit well
great.
at dinner.
Yeah, no kidding. And what did it feel like? Like, was he grabbing at your bone?
Yes, it actually felt like that.
How long was he in there for?
Felt like that somebody was
Hour and a half.
pulling it out. But it was an instant relief. It was great.
Yeah, good for you.
How many fingers?
Ask her if she had a shit. Never mind.
No, go ahead.
Go
See?
ahead, Dr. Steve.
no,
Why
go
don't you
ahead.
ruin
You can
this
ask
one,
her.
too?
You can ask her.
She's right on the phone, so you can
Yeah,
ask.
go ahead.
No, I just wanted to know about the chaperone.
Drop that. Everybody's heart on goes away. The word chaperone is like...
It's just terrible. I have an 18-year-old cheerleader here. Put on beheading videos.
I'll keep this safe for everybody.
beheading video.
I'll take the
Where's
second
his
aside.
mind go? I love
Anything to
his mind.
take the...
All right, Antonella, thank you.
Thank you.
We got a guy fell out of a tree as a kid. Doctor stuck thumb up ass to fix it.
All right.
God, are we learning some shit today?
Oh, no.
Anthony from Capistrano.
Yeah.
You want Brent? Let's go to Brent.
Sounds like a Rockwell painting, doesn't it?
Well,
Oh, no, you're funny.
that was him. Yeah.
I'm giving you credit.
Thank you. I should have
Why
taken
not?
it.
Why not?
Brent, go ahead.
Rockwell.
How you doing, guys? Good morning.
Hey.
I was a little kid. We built a tree house, and you know how you like pound in little steps to get up the tree.
Sure.
And I went to go. I was probably like 10 feet up in the air. The one board pulled out. I fell. We had a little picket fence right by the tree where we used to keep the garbage can.
Oh.
My little kid feet didn't fucking touch the ground when I hit it.
Oh.
I screamed. I was probably like, 8, 9 years old, and running around. And they took me to the hospital, and the doctor, and I'm a little kid, sticks his big, fat, meaty thumbs up my fucking ass. I'm screaming. My grandfather's there. My mom and dad are there. And
Avoiding eye
Chaperones.
contact with you.
Yeah, chaperoning, of
Chaperoning,
course.
right.
That's per Dr. Steve.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Steve.
So wait, did you have wood in your ass? What happened? What was you doing?
there was the top of the fence posts were not like pointy sharp.
Oh, okay.
They had a little bit of a roundness to them.
God, you could take a
I
lot.
don't care who you are. You
Good
fall
for
out
you.
of the tree, you land on your fence. You know, that's a bad fucking day.
Oh, wow.
And Grandpa's going, I've been there.
You're doing it all wrong, Doc. Yeah. Take the pain.
The thumbs up the ass worked for you.
Fucking my little Cossack, I snapped it. The doctor had to realign it. Now every time I do sit-ups or if I'm on a hard floor surface,
You have a heart on and you don't know why? Just remembering the doctor and his Greek fingers and his doctor breath. Smell of medicine.
it's more like 4 fingers, and it felt great.
All right, brother. All right. That's just amazing.
Wow.
I hope they were playing Schindler's List on the walls. Lest it become too sexy.
Fluid, old belt.
Wow.
Dr. Steve's made guys come, though, Jackie. Tell him.
Right, just by
Tell
talking.
him.
Milking the prostate.
Yes, by milking the prostate.
He milks prostates for a living.
No, he's doing Dr. Steve impressions. Dr. Steve's doing
It's
it.
fun, isn't it?
He's got guys.
Do you have any openings?
Dr. Steve, you've made guys come, right?
Yeah. Well, I didn't make them come. They didn't have an orgasm, but they would,
Spray
you know,
fluid.
Ejaculate.
they would, and it's not even ejaculation. It's just hydraulics, you know.
Cleaning out the tubes type thing?
Yeah, simple.
It's the type of clear stuff you leak like when your team wins a game. You know, it's not a full cum, but just the tip gets wet.
It's just fun. It's just fun. Seminal fluid, we're calling it.
Yeah.
Seminal
There you go.
fluid.
It's like when your dick has a mini stroke. Might I reference Edmund Muskie again?
Seminal fluid sounds dirtier than sperm. You know, it really is.
It really does. Hey, let's go to Amanda. Let's see what Amanda
Oh,
has.
well, a girl.
Discussion. Amanda.
Good morning, guys.
Hi.
Amanda sounds
Hello.
hot.
Well, listen to that voice.
How hot are you?
Hello, madam.
Oh,
Steve from Bay Show says Dr. Steve calls it pre-wine.
Dr. Steve makes really
nice
shitty
one,
wine
Steve.
if you want one. Oh, Jackie. Oh, yeah, you don't drink. Sorry. Amanda, go ahead.
A few years ago, I used to work for an insurance company in the fraud department, and I was responsible for taking phone calls from doctors and providers and all this other stuff. Anyway, there was a doctor...
Or just have this girl talk in a corner. Jesus. All right, get to the sexy.
Off, Anthony.
Ooh, I like that.
Anyway, doctor would have his patients masturbate in order to fit their contraception devices correctly, and he was pissed off that he wasn't getting paid by our insurance company and wanted to know why, but he was under full investigation because he wanted the girls to masturbate, saying, well, when the contraception device is in, you want to make sure that it's there properly and that it's not going to come out and this sort, so you made everybody
oh, what a dumbass that guy was.
Yeah. I think he should win a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah,
That's
dumbass.
brilliant.
Well, no, but here's the thing.
He almost got away with it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He didn't get caught until he went to the insurance company trying
Oh,
to
yeah,
get
what a
paid.
dumb.
Oh,
You're
see,
right.
that is dumb. He got greedy.
You're right. He did get greedy.
If you want to see if it doesn't come out, how about you put a trampoline in the office? I get on this for 2 minutes. If it doesn't fall out, you're fine.
3 cartwheels.
Yeah.
Oh, what a jerk.
Yeah, that is pretty dumb.
God, he fucked it up.
Well, he might have been doing it for years and years and saying,
Sure.
what could be better?
Right. Now I should
Getting
get
a
money
few
for
bucks
this.
Be able to
Right.
get a few bucks.
Yeah, it became legitimate in his mind all of a sudden.
Yes.
Chaperone.
I love the chaperone, man.
Amanda,
Fun
thank
to
you.
say.
Phones are fucking lit with this subject. Porter, Wisconsin, what's up?
Porter Hop.
I was just wondering what position are the patients in when they're getting their internal exam?
Oh.
Dr. Steve?
Yeah, there's two that you can do. You can either have the patient in what's called dorsal lithotomy position, which is where you have them lay on their back and put their feet in stirrups. And you can do it that way.
Or you can have
Or-
them kneel over your face.
Well, it could be strapped to a table with a baseball in their mouth.
Way would be just-
A ball gag.
Right.
We use the ball gag.
Yeah. They do a headstand and you point down. Sorry, what's the other one?
more
Oh!
common way would be to just never mind.
Wait, we got a guy in stirrups, old
yeah.
school.
Yeah, that is an old
Yeah.
That looks like the
fucking-
40s.
Yes.
Wow.
Black and white picture.
It's a picture out of fucking... I got...
What's the other one? You make them touch their
Bailed out.
toes?
Yeah, no, the other one is you just bend them over a barrel.
A barrel.
Barrel?
Barrel? What fucking, what are you,
There's
duck
there's
finger?
always a barrel in the doctor's waiting room.
Yeah.
While you're
wine
getting a
barrel.
fucking pickle, he jams his fingers in your ass.
Oh, Danny. Oh, God.
That's
going to make
cool.
Jackie throw up.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what happened there?
All right. Happened, a little mishap.
but
Doc,
the guy's
Dr.
back
Steve,
feels much better.
for the discomfort, which position would you say is better?
Really for checking the prostate, the best position would be just bending over, touching your toes. Or I used to just have people grasp the table and bend over, and then you'd sit on a stool. Insert joke here.
Yeah,
And
of
then,
course.
Yeah.
Bite
and
this
then
bullet.
insert your finger that way, and it's a little more natural that way, and then they can sort of
Not natural.
brace themselves. It's the dorsal lithotomy position. I was in.
How do you sneak the word natural?
I know. That's a more
Actually,
natural.
Dorsal lithotomy.
Yeah,
It's the name of a black NFL player. Good. Sorry,
well, your
Dick.
finger bends in the same direction that the rectum kind of curves, so that's why I
The come hither kind of finger, right?
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Let's go to Ron in Cleveland. Ron?
Good morning, boys.
Hey, Ron.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi.
Hey, I just wanted to throw this one in real quick. I had a prostate check. I went to a doctor, and my male doctor had left the practice, and him and his wife actually had to practice. They got divorced. So I went for my physical, and I went ahead and just went and seen his ex-wife. So I had the infamous female doctor give me the old prostate check. So that was rather interesting. But the thing is, she really did lighten the mood when she says, be careful, because I've been known to push guys out through the window when I do this.
Oh, well, a little joke.
It's great.
That's nice.
And you sort of strap it on that special belt.
I would so rather have a female doctor do that.
Well,
I mean,
it was more
I don't think I'm
civil.
going out on a limb. But
Was she a bull dyke or a little Asian
Yeah, we
cutie?
need to know
what's
what she
she
looked
look
like. Russian?
No, actually, she's a little German lady. Probably in her mid-40s.
Yeah, good.
Hyalinus.
You think she enjoys that?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what. She really went up there. I swear to God, it almost felt like it was coming out of my throat.
Wow.
But yeah, but bottom line is, if you do have a female doctor, I thought it was more comfortable. So I just wanted to share that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure some Gestapo is around to watch.
Wowie.
Joe, what do you say, Joe?
Hey, has anybody noticed that Dr. Steve sounds like Jim Florentine with an education? Yeah, I'm going to have, I need a chaperone for my big, huge balls.
Good observation, sir.
Excellent.
All right, I guess we did it.
Yeah,
Unless you
that's,
wanna talk about cupping the balls. We
I'm
can do that.
exhausted. Why?
Greg the trucker, why not? Go ahead, Greg.
What's going on, boys?
Hi, how you doing?
Pretty good. Dr. Steve, now when you're checking the prostate, do you cup the balls from behind or do you reach around?
I don't think you need a reach around or a cupping of balls, sir.
All right, we got
Dr. Steve is a professional.
Kayla.
Right.
Yeah, I went and thought I was just going for acid reflux, and it was a smoking hot young doctor. I had never met him before. And he was like, okay, we're going to do an exam. And I thought it was odd that I had to disrobe and put one of their little gowns on. And he could get his chaperone, who is this gorgeous blonde girl. And he ends up sticking his finger in there. And when it was done, I thought, well, I was just here for, my throat. And it was supposed to be I was going to have follow-ups. But the chaperone, the hot smoking girl, was the same girl that took my insurance card. So I think they were just kind of having fun.
Wasn't this an episode of Three's Company? I think this was.
Exactly.
Make fun all you want. She had my attention.
No kidding, man.
Yeah, he's got his finger in your ass, and
Sounds like the start of a
Norman
porno.
Fell is looking through the window.
Opie's eyes were going glossy over there.
Yeah, it's
fuck
kind of
yeah.
like, all right. Then the blonde comes in. And,
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So that sounds kind of nice.
He was gorgeous. I'm fairly certain that was just for them and had nothing to do with why I was there. It was just
They knew you wouldn't talk.
Acid reflux. Yeah, what the fuck is he doing?
Jesus.
Trying to close the flap at the bottom.
Yeah, through the back.
Yeah. At the end, she said she likes my tattoos, and it was all very romantic, and I thought maybe we would all go for a drink, but I'd never fixed my gastroprostomy. I just never went back.
Why? What's
Why
wrong
didn't
with
you go
you?
back?
Uh-oh.
Seemed like you enjoyed it.
Silly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then I never told anybody, like, is that normal? Do you go and have hot people stick fingers in you, and they bring
Dork.
in hot girls, and so...
Wow, you must have been... Were you turned on when you saw, like, the hot doctor was going to do that to you?
I was turned on by him, and then when she came in, I thought, well, that's different.
Did your
but
paper
okay.
gown have a little moisture on it?
Oh, yeah. Were you getting a little wet?
A little moisture?
Maybe if she hadn't come in, I don't know, maybe the talk about the tattoos, the whole thing was just very strange. I just thought now we were all really good friends.
Now, this was in Vegas?
You know she's digging it if the doctor doesn't have to grab any lube. He just has to wipe from front to back. Slide it in.
Ready. Already.
Oh, yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and it
Looby
was
looped.
nice. And under pressure, I just kind of got funny and was like, well, are we going to do this with my throat too? Like, why are we starting at this end?
Oh, you got a little frisky, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was more nerves, I think. Just the humor part was like, that's great. That part worked well. Now let's check on my throat.
Yeah, you really liked it.
That's good. Well, I hope they were showing Holocaust pictures during the...
Keep it on the up and off.
I hope they were playing audio from
Yeah,
Joel
at least
Steinberg's
you had a-
testimony.
At least you had a story for the Thanksgiving dinner table,
Yeah, just more of a fuck you, Steve. So don't bring anybody with a chaperone.
Just thumb through photos of the Tate House.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got an 18-year-old here will burp hot dog burps in her face.
Yeah, so Steve can't kill the buzz because sometimes the chaperones are smoking hot girls.
Yeah,
Right on,
well,
Kayla. Bringing the hotness back to this topic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Let's-
right in Dr. Steve's face about the
Right.
chaperone.
That's right. Let's go to Brandon in Montana. Brandon.
Yeah, you Mr. Jackie German doctor.
Your
your
phone
phone.
stinks.
Yeah, Mr. Great Jackie Line.
I think he was trying to say Jackie is going to be at the historic Belmore Theater.
Huh?
And that is Saturday, August 28th.
that's this Saturday. I have to
This
give you guys
Saturday.
a compliment and plug myself at the same time. The last time I was
You
here...
sent a really nice email after your last appearance.
Well, the last time I was
Thank you,
here,
Jackie.
I give out my email, Jokeland at AOL.com to get on the email list. I got 600 requests the next day, and I'm still getting. I was just telling Eric out in the hall, like to this day, hey, heard you on Opie and Anthony. Go on there more. I love it. Please put me on your list. They're still coming in. What was that? That'd be a month ago, right?
About a month ago, probably. Yeah,
Jokeland at AOL.com. You get dirty jokes a couple times a month, and it's fun. And thank you for all the feedback. Was
and you find out where
incredible.
Jackie's playing, and like Dan said, Saturday, Belmore Theater on Long Island.
And
Tickets 516-783-7200.
All right.
Let me just go to this real fast before we let Dr. Steve go. Tim in Ohio. Tim.
Yeah, Dr. Steve, I had a question about hemorrhoids. I had a checkup here recently, and they said I was anemic. And so I got to go ahead and have this blood work done in the next 2 months or so. And I'm just wondering, is Fez on vacation or is he in a mental institution? And I'll hang up and listen. Great show.
So what does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
His hemorrhoid.
Fez is fine.
Blood
Ronnie's
work.
back today. Live show. Ron and Fez at 11.
Dr. Steve, have you heard anything about Mr. Bennington and his appendix?
Yeah, just that what
Doctor-patient stuff?
Yeah, doctor-patient privilege. Okay, no, I was just wondering if he's okay. That's all.
Yeah, we were testing you to see if you talk.
Exactly.
This isn't the JFK assassination.
I don't know what's out there. So
all right,
JFK assassination. That's great footage to show if there's ever an 18-year-old freeze frame on Jackie.
Move your finger back and to the left.
Yeah, when her pants come off, freeze frame on Governor Conway.
Stephen S. from Bayshore, her paper gown was a little wet, but that was from a leaking cyst. So
that isn't sexy at all.
And now we got Rick in El Paso. Rick.
Hey, you guys missed the hottest part of the story. She goes ATM, bro.
Yeah, she was
was
talking
ATM.
ass to mouth.
Ass to mouth, Jackie. She was doing ass to mouth.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Yes, sir.
Stick 220, best gun on the planet, bro.
I'll look into it. I own enough guns at this point.
You own one. You already own one.
What?
All right, thank you. I don't know. That's obvious. It's obvious we got to take a break.
Yeah, obviously.
So obvious.
When the phones start just falling apart.
Well, when you go from, anal manipulation to what gun do you have?
I know.
It always falls apart.
Should be
in the
gun
end.
first, then anal manipulation.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
Nobody knows anything.
We always take 10 phone calls too many. Dr. Steve, what's the plug?
hey, Weird Medicine this Saturday night at midnight and Sunday on XM 202 Sirius 197.
Great. Dr. Steve, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Is this?
Hey,
We'll talk to you soon.
thank you, boys.
Bye, buddy.
Thanks, man.
All right, more with Jackie the Joke Man. Stay there.
Sirius XM. The virus.
Can you give me an example of what you're talking about?
This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
There are whispers between the screams that this deed can be done.
Oh, nice. The Devil Cries. This is New Sabbath. Or Heaven and Hell.
Of course, Jimmy knows.
Of course. Fucking Theo's great, man. Loves.
Is that Ronnie?
It's Ronnie, yeah.
Jesus.
That
Ronnie James
was
Dio.
very new as well. That was Bible Black, I think. What Bible Black?
What a loss.
Yeah,
What a
man.
loss.
Hey, I got October
AIDS?
14 through 16. No, I had AIDS once. Good sneeze cleared it up. October 14
for you,
through 16,
brother.
I'll be at Foxwoods Comics. The comedy club is opening at Foxwoods Casino. Tickets on sale tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
When is that?
Foxwoods.com.
October?
14, 15, 16.
Nice. I might have to head up there.
Yes. Any excuse. That's how I'm working casinos, just because I know Anthony will come with me.
Absolutely. Blackjack.
God's
Believe
way
me.
of telling you making too much money.
Yes.
Jesus.
Very good. And Jackie the Joke Man doing great radio with us today, man.
Having some fun.
I have a new
yeah.
gig. I am the spokesman for BCNLboxes.com. You can grow watermelons, tomatoes, whatever you want to grow. You can grow it
really?
inside.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're growing watermelons, Jackie.
Inside.
Inside.
BC what?
BCNLboxes.com. You know, it's like now it's at the point where it's like almost like there's a box and you put in a seed and you come back 3 months later and there's your tomatoes.
Poor kid.
Does it work?
I'm going to find out. Supposedly I'm going to be getting a box for being the spokesman.
Yeah?
He's going to be getting a box.
I'm going to be getting a box.
Are you going to grow some weed in your box?
No, I'm growing tomatoes. I don't smoke pot. I don't drink, and I've stopped finger fucking. I don't do anything.
What do you do?
I French kiss Jim Norton.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
We're both trying to get off that.
At Foxwoods, October 14th, 15th, and 16th.
You know, watermelon Viagra uses some watermelon seeds to make their Viagra.
No, they're saying watermelon rind, Opie.
Oh, rind. I'm sorry.
Has some of the same effect.
If you eat the rind, you could get boners.
Boners.
Go get us a watermelon, Dan. Watermelon?
That's what we learned this week or last week.
The rind, though.
The rind, not the seeds.
You ever take the Viagra?
No.
I've never not taken it. I love dick pills. I love dick pills.
Are you now to the point where you have to take one?
I feel like I can't leave the house. Like, you know how people
Wait a minute, Norton, how old are you?
42.
Really? You don't take Viagra.
I take Cialis.
Love it. He takes the 2-dayers.
It's wind at your back. You don't need it. It's just wind at your back, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I don't need it. I mean, look, I've abused my dick so much through masturbation. My dick is just a beaten man. It really is.
Show us.
You'll be the only one that hasn't seen it, Jack.
My dick takes a lot of work.
Is it at the point where it's like, you fucked it up so much?
Is it grizzle? Is it a piece of grizzle?
It's not grizzle. But here's what my dick is. It's the feeling Hedda Nussbaum would get every time Joel walked into the apartment.
Yeah. It's an abused child.
There's a reference. There must be 3 people that followed that.
That's how my
Nussbaum. That's 88.
Yeah, that's how my dick.
Quite a looker.
She sure was.
She certainly was asking for it.
She didn't listen quite a few times.
She should have gone to the chiropractor. Yeah, she was rough looking before he smacked her around.
Yeah. Wow.
So you really do take it.
So
Love Cialis, yes. But it lasts for 2 or 3 days. Cialis 1 day is probably better because it gives you back pain.
What?
But it's great. A little lower back pain.
What's that?
I don't know. It's some weird side effect.
There's always a chiropractor.
Yeah, there's always a chiropractor. That almost seems, now I hate to delve into this, seems almost a little addictive, Jim.
You're right. It is, but it's not mind or mood altering. It's simply your dick reacts the way, like, it gets hard a lot.
Can it be mind, though? Do you think there's a placebo effect that you don't think you can perform without it?
It's also very physical. No, I can without it. I mean, like, literally, Cialis is good because it'll, like, you take 20 milligrams Cialis equals like 100 milligram Viagra. So you fucking cut it in half, or bite it in half and just take half. And then like 2 or 3 days later, you're still feeling like your dick is like jumpy from it, which is great. Your dick,
I've taken Viagra, and it's really amazing because it's not like you get a hard-on and you're walking around in a tent. It's like you get a hard-on, and then when you want to get another one and you want to, you do.
Sometimes incidental contact. You got to be careful. Like if you get your dick rubbed, that's one thing.
Pants.
No.
Incidental contact.
Yeah. Who hasn't had the old babysitting incident, as we call it in the court docket?
A woman giving you back your change.
James Brown came on the Stern Show and did the best ad for Viagra. Inadvertently, he said, "I tried me some Viagra. It's unbelievable, Howard. I took the Viagra and I had an appointment." And 20 minutes later, I had another appointment. An appointment. I never had an appointment. I had an appointment. Is that great?
James Brown, huh? And at that point, how old was he?
So I would say 65.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
My God.
Was he a good guest?
Unbelievable.
James Brown would
You didn't
rule.
want to go to commercial because he never stopped. And we played music with him.
That's
Gary
cool.
Delabate played the trumpet for the first time in 30 years with those lips. and I'm saying, Howard, ask James to play with us. Ask James to play with us. Ask James to play with us. I can't ask James. I can't. Finally said, James, you want to play? Not only did we play, we played a song and we went to commercial. And as we're going to commercial, I swear to God, he turned around like a kid, like when you're playing in your garage. He turned around and said, "You guys know any blues? You know, like let's jam on some, like a kid." He was just an amazing character. Amazing character. Had an appointment.
Brown.
So you had an appointment.
I constantly appointment. It's one long appointment. I love it. I really do. Love those fucking pills.
I took one time, and it was the old joke where the girl, and she called up and said she wasn't coming over. It was the only thing all dressed up, no place to go. You know, I don't even know what it did.
Yeah, well, you got to get rid of it, I bet.
You can't take Viagra and masturbate. Like, what kind of an idiot? You know? And you get flushed, and you got to use it. You know.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah. Doesn't it like I've heard the side effects where you see blue fucking spots?
Well worth it.
Is it really? Yeah.
Of course it is.
The ironic thing is we used to take pills to see blue spots.
Yeah.
So look, it's not really a side effect. It's, it's a Benny.
Well, your dick is all half hard and you fuck horribly and you bang your head in the wall later. You see fucking white spots anyway. The blue streaks are worth it. You're like, fucking dummy. Why?
Now, have you ever taken both at the same time, like Vialis and
you get a heart attack. Vialis. It's fucking bad for your heart, I think. Dr. Stevens told me it's actually not bad for your heart, but I don't fuck with it. My heart's healthy, so no, I don't overdo it. Like, I don't take it every day.
No, there's a third one. There's Cialis, Viagra.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've done that one too.
Which is the best?
I would say, if you take 100 milligram Viagra.
Did you watch Norton turn into a doctor for the last 10 minutes?
Milligrams
and
about this.
Viagra is, I think, the strongest in the moment. Like 100 milligram Viagra, your dick can't not work. But you'll be very congested, and you're gonna have a tremendous headache. A tremendous headache. Yeah, it's a blood flow, I think. But Cialis doesn't make the blood flow, but it doesn't work as immediately.
That doesn't sound good.
Wait,
it is, though.
what size Viagra did you say?
Like that.
100 milligrams.
Aren't they 20 and 40?
No, that's Viagra. And, I'm sorry, Cialis and Levitra.
Wait, do you have the headache while you're having sex?
Viagra's 25, 50, and 100.
Headache
no, usually after, I think.
What's the regular big size blue pill?
The blue pill is Viagra. They're all the same size. It's just dosage.
Okay, just
25 is fine. If you don't take it,
Jackie
25.
said
that's when you
too
blow.
many questions.
No, because I have a couple of pills at home that I don't take them. But
What
they're
milligrams
blue
are
pills.
they?
That's what I'm asking.
You should look. It'll be a 50, 100, or 25 written on it. Anyone you take. If you cut one of them in half, you cut like a fucking 25 in half. If you've never taken it, it's gonna, and someone told, maybe they told Mike Baker or somebody told us that they were getting information out of a lot of those fucking very old Afghan warlords in those hills by giving them Viagra. Because these were guys who had all these wives. They couldn't fuck anymore because they were old. This is recently. The soldiers would give them Viagra, and all of a sudden their dicks work, and they got intel like that because it was this miracle
they wanted
pill.
more pills.
They wanted more fucking pills.
Winning
It's
hearts,
like going to
minds,
Africa and pulling
cocks.
out a mirror. Like, oh, look.
Yes.
But you imagine you
lighter.
can't fuck.
Is that real?
Oh, yeah, it's real. But think about it. These are old men,
It makes
ideology or not, these young women that they could fuck but they can't get hard for, and a Viagra gets you dick. Forget it. There's nothing.
The fucking harem must have been pissed.
Yeah.
Didn't have to deal with this stinky old fuck
Exactly.
for years.
Yeah.
Now he's just fucking every
them
night.
outta here.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Knock.
Wow.
Take one.
I've never taken
You'd
a
probably.
boner pill.
I admire guys that don't need it. Like a lot of porn guys don't need it. But I mean, I abused I didn't know when I was horny. I would jerk off when I wasn't horny. It wasn't even about being turned on.
Does it affect anything else performance-wise, or just boner? Like, do you come quicker? Do you come?
It's much longer to come. Much longer to come. Very,
Really?
It's hard to come.
Why does it desensitize it?
I don't
or-
know. I honestly don't know the reason,
I
but
wonder
it's
what that
harder to
is.
come. But when you come,
it's desensitizing.
Yeah, it's because
of the
of,
nerve endings, the
yeah.
synapses in the brain. Well, all right,
It's not a
we get it.
440, it's a mile,
yeah.
Yeah. You're going a little longer.
Yeah.
You know, it is the
marathon.
prostate.
At what point does it stop being fun? Get off me, Harry.
Jackie, we got to set this up. We got one guy standing by who wants to play Stump the Joke Man. I think we should do a little
What?
of that today.
The idea of Stump the Joke Man is a setup, and I'm supposed to know the punchline. And here's
Exactly.
a setup for you, Anthony. Why did the sperm cross the road?
Why?
Why?
Because I put on the wrong pair of socks before I went for a walk this morning. See, that's disgusting.
Very funny.
That's a good one.
You know, last time you were here, you gave us two jokes that fucking people were telling for weeks.
You know,
Do you have another one
we
today?
have a new thing where we've
But
been adding a new line. You add a line to a joke. A horse goes into a bar. Bartender says, "Why the long face?" The horse says, "I have cancer." Oh, fuck.
That's all right, man.
Kid knocks on the door, and the lady answers the door and says, "Mrs. Jones, can Johnny come out and play ball with us?" She says, "You know he has no arms and legs." He says, "That's all right. We're going to use him as third base." She says, "All right, let me get him into his white suit." It's fun. You add a line to an old joke.
I like that.
That's funny.
I've never heard that before. That's
Well,
all
I made
right,
it
man.
up. Finally, Norton, I made something
That's
up.
very funny, man.
You got one more, or am I pushing you? If I'm pushing you, that's fine.
You're never pushing me.
All right, you got one more? That's too good.
How
Not to-
disgusting.
As bad as you want to get, it's horrible.
Yeah, give us a really bad one.
So, guy's taking his wife hunting on Saturday, and Saturday it's raining. Did I tell us last time?
I don't know. If
Take
you
it
did,
his wife
don't worry
hunting on
about it.
Saturday, it's raining. She says, I ain't going hunting in the rain. He says, you're going hunting in the rain, or I'm fucking you in the ass, or you're sucking my cock. Now make up your mind, I'm going to go get the dogs ready. He goes out, he comes back in, she says, I ain't going hunting in the rain, and you sure as hell not fucking me in my ass, so I'll blow you. She starts sucking his dick. She's, "Phew, your dick tastes like shit." He says, yeah, the dogs don't want to go hunting either.
Jesus.
Mommy, how come I'm black and you're white? She's, listen, the way I remember that party, you're lucky you don't fucking bark. All right.
Holy
shit.
All right, you want to try to get
My
stumped here?
favorite joke in the world is the couple at the marriage council. You know that yet?
No.
The marriage council says to the couple, I think we should begin with something you have in common. And the husband says, neither of us likes to suck cock. All right, I'm done, Ope.
That's a good one.
You ready?
I'm done.
All right, let's see if someone can stump the joke man today. We go to John in Denver. John.
Hey, Jackie, it's truly an honor, man.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
Okay, I got two. They're quick. How was copper wire invented?
Two Jews fighting over a penny.
Why did Jews have big noses?
Air's free. Come
Oh,
on.
Jesus, dude.
Come on.
Boy.
Boo.
Let's go to
Come
Sean
on.
in Albany. Sean.
Boo.
Why do Jewish guys watch porno movies backwards?
So they can see the hooker get the money back?
Very good. So you can't get you know,
Not with a hooker joke.
for years,
Yeah.
for years I go to parties and people come up to tell me a joke. They say, I'm going to tell you a joke you never heard. I said, not only are you not going to tell me a joke I never heard, try and tell my wife. And they
she-
couldn't tell when of course Nancy knew every joke
They
that I
couldn't
knew.
even stump her, huh?
It's like you had to get past Sirianni to get to me.
Right on. Sean in Albany. Let's go.
Hey, Jackie. Hey, did you hear about the guy that got checked into the ER with 6 plastic horses in his ass?
With 6, what in his ass?
Plastic horses in his ass.
6 plastic horses in his ass.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I do not know this.
There were some complications, but the doctor described his condition as stable.
Not a great joke, but
you know what?
not terrible.
I didn't know it.
His
Norton.
delivery wasn't very good, but
Yeah.
you know, his
No.
condition's stable. That's
Email
you know,
me your address, jokeland at
No, he's
AOL.com.
gone.
he's fucking
out.
bad. He's like, fuck that.
He's out.
I did it. I'm out.
Tony in Pennsylvania.
See,
Tony.
I could have sat here and raced my brain for a half an hour, but I would have never come up with that.
No.
You know.
Well, how about think about it for 5 seconds? You gave up way too easy on that one.
Jackie knows.
All right, let's go to Tony.
I get the best stump. I was doing the Just for Laughs in 1993
Yeah.
with Nick DiPaolo, Robert Schimmel, Paul Provenza. It was a club soda, nasty show. End of the night, I went on last, and I was playing. They only gave you 25 minutes, but they wanted me to do Stump the Joke Man. I had 10 girls up there, and it was central casting. There was a fat girl, skinny girl, Italian girl, short girl, and Charles Jaffe was in the audience from Rollins and Jaffe.
Okay.
And I didn't know it at the time, but he freaked out because it was a terrific stump, and there was an Asian girl. So of course I tortured her the whole time for 10 minutes while I'm talking and breaking the girl's chops and blah, blah, and she stumped me. She was the last one, and not only stumped me, but she stumped me with an anti-man joke.
Oh,
and I'm
wow,
telling you,
nailed
Norton,
ya.
the fucking place. You ever been Club Soda?
Yeah.
500 people. The place shook. She spoke pidgin English just well enough that you could make out what she said. She said, "What do toilet, anniversary, and clitoris have in common?" And I marched up and down, trying to figure it out. And the answer is, men miss them all. The place went fucking batshit.
That's
great. Is that
That's
a
a good
great,
one.
great job?
Oh, right on. With that, let's see if we got-
Tales of the Road with Norton and Martling.
Let's go to Jeremy in Cleveland. We're trying to stump Jackie. Jeremy?
Hello, boys. Hi, Jackie. Big fan, long-time fan.
Thank you.
Hey, why do Jewish people have big ears and bald heads?
From going, how much? How much? Oh! I told that for years. That's a great joke. That's a great one.
Let's go to John in Chicago.
What do you call a Jewish vagina?
What?
A can't.
John in Chicago. John.
Hey, what's a baby bear and a girl from Arkansas have in common?
They both lick their paws.
Tony in PA. Tony.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Jackie, how do you make a little girl cry twice?
No. You fuck her in the ass and wipe your cock on her doll.
Yeah.
No, get out of here. Get out of here.
On her teddy bear.
Oh, sorry.
All right,
Sorry.
all right,
I guess you got me.
All right, Scott and
Jesus.
Tallahassee. Scott.
Yeah. What do what do tampons have in common?
Tampons have in common?
You know what do two tampons have in common?
They're both stuck up.
They're both stuck up cunts.
Well,
I spared you the C word.
Adam in Jersey.
I had
Adam.
respect for Anthony and his guns.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Adam.
you. I'm very offended by that word.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
go.
was married to one.
Jackie.
Go ahead, sir.
Everyone's listening.
Okay, what's the name of Reverend Al's show on the Black Entertainment Television?
You know.
This sounds like a made-up joke.
Is it one word?
We Be Entertainment. I don't know.
No, it's Nig at Night.
I think it knife's not bad.
No.
That's, you know.
Let's go to Canada. Maybe Canada can help us out.
Not a
Get the
fan of
energy
that
back.
word. Not a fan of that
Canadians.
word. They were going to make an Al Sharpton stamp,
What,
but
night?
they were afraid everybody spit on the wrong side.
Thanks, Danny.
Two things going on.
Yeah, I know.
Both funny, by the way.
Sorry.
Terrible.
Clay in Canada. Clay.
Stereo.
Yeah. What do black women get after they get an abortion?
Oh,
A check from Crime Stoppers or something like that. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here.
Is that?
Thanks, checking out, bye.
All right, Trucker Bob in Iowa. Trucker Bob.
Hey, what's me here to pit bull with AIDS?
The guy who gave it to him. That's a good one. What has 4 legs and 1 arm? A happy pit bull.
Ryan in Buffalo on the instant feedback. I love Jackie's dirtiest joke. How do you get a gay guy to fuck a girl?
You shitting her cunt. Finally got a smile out of Norton over here.
That is awful. And hysterical.
I wouldn't have told that.
That's funny.
Anthony,
Come on.
yes, me, Anthony.
That is funny as hell.
Holy shit. You know, I tell people, girls would come up to me in a bar,
Yeah.
even guys, you know, oh, you're so dirty. Tell me a joke that's dirty. Dirty joke, man. Then I tell them that, they walk away gagging. You know, like,
You asked for it.
yeah, you know, like you don't draw a gun, jerk off.
You want a couple
use it.
more? Let's go to Steve in Texas. Steve.
Hey, guys, what's green and has wheels?
Green has wheels.
Green, the green and has wheels. And you know, this is one of those kids' jokes that's easy. Hold on. Green and has wheels. A green garbage truck. I don't know.
Grass. I was just kidding about the wheels.
Ozzie Van Gelderen in 2nd grade says, "What's black and grows?" And the answer was grass. I lied about the color. 2nd grade. And it just got to Texas.
Anthony in Ohio.
That was good, though. He got me.
Well, second grade. Yeah, no, come on. Anthony, Ohio.
What do women and tornadoes have in common?
They start off with a nice blow, and pretty soon they take your house.
Basically, yeah. They both scream.
Sorry. Tim in Westchester. Tim.
What's up, boys?
Hey,
Jackie,
Tim.
It's an honor.
Hey,
What do you call a Chinese retard?
a Chinese retard. Oh, well, then I'm going to get a chunk, letard.
Something wrong.
What?
Something wrong.
See, that's it. It's
There's a variation of that one, right, Jackie?
right.
Joe in Canada.
The Chinese couple had a black baby. What'd they name him? Something wrong.
Yeah, that's something wrong.
He just made him more politically correct.
Yeah.
You know, do you go racist? Do you go retard? You know, you're racist. Do you go retard?
Joey.
Hey, what's the best thing about getting head from an Ethiopian?
You know they're gonna swallow.
Ethiopia.
What do you call an Ethiopian taking a shit? A show off. Did you hear about the Ethiopian that fell in the alligator pit?
No.
She ate 3 of them before they could get her out.
Wow.
We're having fun, man.
Kevin in Atlanta.
Hey, what has 80 arms and legs and is 3 feet tall?
Oh, Jerry's kids, get out of here.
Oh, God.
You know,
Nope.
Oh. Carl in Utah. Carl.
Morning, boys.
Hey, Carl.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, they recently found out why Hitler committed suicide.
He got the gas bill.
Good one. Thanks, boys. Have a good one.
Good one.
You know why Hitler didn't drink vodka? It made him mean.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
God damn, that's good.
Saturday night in Belmore. Tell him, Opie. Come on, I'm working hard here.
You're absolutely killing today. People should see you at the Belmore Theater this Saturday night.
Yes, August 28th.
Across from the Belmore train station.
It's right next to the train station, so all you people in New York that say, I can't go to Long Island, if you can get to Penn Station, you get to the Belmore Theater. It's a beautiful little theater, and the opening act is Jackie Marling. Do you work with, I don't work with opening
I
act.
always use somebody, yeah.
Do you? I just go up there. I don't want to, I want the whole hour and a half to make a fool of myself. I don't work that much. Well, I don't work that much.
Yeah.
When somebody goes up there and wastes 20 minutes, that's 20 minutes they're not laughing at the end because they're tired.
Hour and a half. God bless you.
Fuck that.
And you're on Twitter, huh? Jay Marlowe.
Yeah, I haven't been on it in 3 years.
Fucking do the Twitter. You're perfect for it with the jokes.
I know.
You're perfect for that.
My record company, Oleo Records, they people say, I saw your Twitter the other day. That's the record company.
Record company.
But I give them the jokes to put on there, so you know.
Yeah, all right.
I finally got into the Facebook, and I'm pissed off. I mean, I apologize. I'm an old guy. I don't think in terms. I should have put on Facebook that I was coming on this show, but I don't think to do that because it's in my mind. I'm not like, oh, I'm going to do this today. Put it on your media site. I always do it 2 days later. Oh, here's a picture of 3 days ago, and here's what I did 3 days ago.
Jackie's fucking copy. He's making copies and shoving them under windshield wipers in the fucking mall parking lot.
Why? Because I love the smell of the mimeograph.
These guys, they want to stump you. Want to keep going a couple more or
It's
no?
up to you. It's your show. Can you read the
We always
fucking
go too
window,
long.
Opie? It's Opie's show. Don't answer.
We always go too long with phone calls. Dave in Canada. We'll try a couple
You're the
more.
last. All right.
Go too long.
How about we go?
First call.
We'll get one more good one, whether it's from a caller or you, and then we'll stop.
All right.
Dave, go.
Here it is. What's the difference between menstrual blood and
If you really try, you could gargle with sand.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
The difference between menstrual blood and sand is you can't gargle with sand. That's from F. Jackie on Oleo Records. All 6 CDs, including my recent CD, Snart. I put out a CD called Snart.
Yeah.
That also comes with a DVD, and it's Stump the Joke Man from Rascals in 1988.
Holy shit.
You don't even need the sound on. You got to see the girls with the cigarettes, the drinks,
And
the
the
hair,
hair.
and the blowjob jokes, and the old ladies telling the blowjob. It's
That's
priceless
awesome.
footage.
Wow,
Priceless
that's
footage.
classic stuff.
It sure is.
And it comes with it.
We should take a quick break because JB Smoove is
he here?
coming in.
All right, good.
I believe he might. He's not. He's out.
He's not here yet.
Oh, he's not here
All
yet.
right.
You want to take a break anyway and get
I
ready
gotta
for
piss.
JB Smoove?
I have to pee badly.
All right, and Jack, it's up to you. We'd love to have
If you
stay.
want to be my friend, go to bcnlboxes.com and just have a look at these boxes because it's my good friend Eddie Bernard, and it's an amazing gadget. You guys,
Can we take a look at it, Danny, really fast? The BCN.
Oh, I didn't mean you guys had to do it here. And go to facebook.com/Jackie's Joke Hunt and join up. Am I allowed to say that on your show?
You just did, brother.
Facebook.com/Jackie's
You're the
Joke
king of
Hunt.
the plug.
You guys must have 10 billion listeners. Do you have a Facebook
we
thing,
got
or
a
you don't even bother with that?
Facebook and
Twitter,
and all that
we're all over
happy
the
You
place.
guys are too big. You're
All
too
that
big.
happy
There's no more
horse shit.
game for you. I'm still working my ass off. I'm in the game. You guys are up on the mountain.
We don't even care
You're
anymore.
on a mountain. You're sitting on a mountain with your gun.
Phone it in. That's
You're
right.
Sharon Tate with a cock.
We've been halfway up the mountain for 16 years. We just want to see the top.
A mountain? We're sitting on a fucking. We're sitting on a molehill while fucking management shovels under us.
No worries. Don't worry about it, Danny. All right, we'll take a break. Maybe JB Smoove will be right after the break. Hopefully, Jackie will stay. It's up to you.
You can't get rid of me if you want me.
No, we're loving you. Today,
Thanks for
Jackie.
playing Stump the Joke, man. That was great fun,
man.
Jesus, the gay one. Holy shit.
People get some great jokes.
Worth the price of admission, right?
And Jimmy, tickets go on sale tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow
Foxwoods?
morning for Foxwoods at 10 a.m. at foxwoods.com.
The virus. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hanging with Jackie the Joke Man. during the break talking about swimming in the Long Island Sound.
Well,
I found my line because I don't mind swimming. I love swimming in the ocean and the Long Island Sound. And I'll even swim at night if the moon's out so you can see some shit. But Jackie's telling us that sometimes he swims and it's completely dark, pitch dark. That's my line. I would be out of my mind.
It's,
No
it's
way.
Great. It's great. There's just enough lights on shore
Monsters.
that you know which way to turn around and
Oh
swim.
my
Oh,
God!
fuck
Nah, there's
that.
monsters
No,
in the water.
no
and,
way.
And you
Nah.
say you swim naked.
Yeah, I go down there,
But what if, like I was saying, I'd be afraid, like, because your dick's kind of wiggling down there while you're swimming. It looks like bait.
Well, when it's late at night and it's a little chilly, it ain't hanging down that far.
Okay.
Now,
The
what I
fish
didn't
just
tell
goes
you...
batting where the
Do the neighbors see you coming and going naked?
I don't think so. I don't
They
care.
have to at this
well,
point.
he's got his robe on.
Yeah, I wear my robe all the way down, and then
drop the
you
robe
live at the
seductively.
It's like,
Sexy.
I'm like Bo Derek, Now, what I didn't tell you during the break is I have a roommate.
Let's go steal Jackie's robe.
I have a roommate. I have a nice house on the water, and I got a couple guest rooms, and I've always wanted to make my house the come right in. WRITE, the come right in. And I said, why couldn't a producer, an actor, a writer stay with me? And, people come out from L.A. or from wherever. You stay in a hotel. I don't care if it's the Four Seasons. It's a bed and a television and rooms. Come stay with me. Have some fun. Go swimming. See my cock at night. Stay on the deck. And a guy called me up and said, I got a friend that's writing a movie. So Leo Rossi is staying with me, a famous actor. He was in Analyze This and Hill Street Blues and everything in between. And he's the greatest guy in the world. 5 seconds at my house with my sister and the gang. He's already part of the family. So I got my little gang. I talked about him on the radio show the other night. He's one of those Italian actors. Once you see him, you say, I've seen him in everything.
So you don't mind having people at your house? I'm just the opposite.
I live for it. I live for it. And the other day, we're there, and his friend Tony Luke Jr. comes down from Philadelphia. The king of the Philadelphia cheesesteaks comes down. And I got my friend stops by who's a laser vaginal rejuvenation doctor. So I got Tony Luke Jr., the king of the Philly cheesesteaks, and a vagina sculptor, and Leo Rossi. I mean, and I love, because it doesn't stay a field day. You have a barbecue, and then everybody goes home. Leo's up. He's typing away. I don't even see him. He feeds the cat and goes away.
I know that guy.
Oh, you saw his picture?
Yeah, of course.
He's
that
staying
guy.
at your house, huh?
He's such a good guy. I almost dragged him with me today, but he's got to write this movie. He got to write. He was supposed to come on my radio show Tuesday, but the friggin' Long Island Railroad. What happened? The
busted.
The
Tables.
switch box blew up.
Yeah.
Tables from
switch box.
1925.
It's Lionel Trains. That goddamn.
Yeah, come on. Just
Fuck the trains.
Jesus Christ! But
Well,
so that's the
that's
excitement in my
something. You
life. I
open
got a roommate. I'm in junior high. I ride my bike and I got a roommate.
and you have sleep. Yeah, you have
I'm having a
sleepovers.
sleepover.
And he rides his bike and swims.
I gotta grow up.
It's
Hope.
it's a hell of a
Nah.
life. Fuck that growing up shit.
We are
None of us
going-
in this room have grown up yet.
We're going from the historic Belmore Theater after my show at 9:30 Saturday. We're all going to F.H. Riley's.
Oh, shit.
Heart of Huntington Village.
Brett,
Heart of Huntington
be prepared.
Village. Brett, be ready. We're not going to get there till like 11:30. They're long closed, right? But they said the bar stays open.
If you're
right?
definitely going to be
Oh,
there,
yeah.
we'll keep the place open for you.
Oh, the bar's open.
We will invade, and if I can't drag everybody, I'm coming, and
We
I'm
might
bringing John Starbuck, my manager, Rob Schneider, their beautiful wives, my friend Mary.
All
Will you get
Saturday
at
night.
least-
Saturday night after the
Leo
Belmore show.
Rossi. Everyone's
Leo
coming.
Leo Rossi will be there. He'll be signing
He'll like the
autographs. Leo Rossi.
We might be expanding. He's doing that well, yeah.
He's great.
I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it. Yeah, we got some plans.
I don't know if I'm supposed to.
I just
I
realized
wanna
that.
t- I wanna tell you the
I know.
movie.
We
You
got
should
some
think that
plans.
before you say
I
it.
know.
I want to tell you the movie that Leo Rossi's writing, but I'm not sure I'm allowed to tell you yet. But I'll tell you next time. That way, maybe you'll have me back.
Yeah, see. There
But
you
I
go.
don't know
Nice
if we can.
tease.
We did every goddamn joke there is on stuff. The one
It
joke I
happens.
didn't tell you is the couple at the marriage counselor. And the marriage counselor says to the husband, say something to your wife that'll make her happy and sad at the same time. He says, for a fat pig, you don't smell that bad. So the marriage counselor, like, Jesus, he says to the wife, say something to your husband, make him happy and sad at the same time. She says, you got a much bigger cock than your brother. I'm done. All right, I'm done.
That was great.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I got to the point where I just do my own voice.
Yeah,
I make fun of myself before anybody else has a chance, you know.
Did we ever talk about Anthony doing the Jackie the Jokeman contest?
I was there
Did we talk
many
about
years
that?
ago.
Many
years ago.
I don't know if we ever talked about it with you in person.
Didn't
Early
you win?
90s.
Didn't you win or something?
He was supposed to win.
I think so, but I was doing Opie's show at the time, so it was kind of a conflict of interest. But
what were you supposed to do? Come in and do my voice or look like me?
It was kind of just do your voice, and it depended on the voice and the material and stuff. And
you know what? We did so many things so fast, and I was always so goddamn hungover. Were you,
so was I.
Were you
Wearing a carrot.
gang? Or
no, I just came in by myself. And actually, no, I came in with a guy named Randy.
They love it when anybody comes in.
Here it
They
is.
did that
And it was
stuff.
yeah.
Here it is, thanks to the internet.
Oh, my God. Wow. Look at that afro.
You have it?
Yeah, everyone can impersonate Jackie. This proves that anyone can impersonate Jackie.
94.
What is your name?
94.
My name's Anthony from Rod.
Look at that hair.
Yes. Anthony, do you have anything to tell us?
Yes, what's black and white and green?
What is that?
And my wife having sex on the lawn with a colored. Oh, yeah.
What is...
Yeah, this is Sam Kinison. Hey,
Oh,
Jack,
yeah.
you
I
want
was
to do
trying to
some
fit
Vegas
everything in.
stuff with me, man? We'll, go out there with the Outlaws, have some fun.
Oh, where's the money? Where's the money? Green. I love green. Green money. Green weed. Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's hysterical.
Hey, what are you, a professional comedian or something?
Yeah, that's right, Howard. How you been, buddy? You know,
Hey,
I've been
good to
dead
see
for
you.
quite a
Wow,
while.
that's
Yeah,
a good
we're seeing the stuff in
Kinnison,
your body and
man.
taking you out on tour, you're much easier to work with
Yeah,
now.
that's true. I was pretty obnoxious. You know, it's not too good being dead. Those Christ jokes not going over too well these days.
Boy, he's good. He might look odd, but he's good. That's the kid. You do Beavis?
This is like the dumbest contest I've ever done and stuff. This sucks.
Go back to your Kinnison. All right, what's your name, Anthony?
You're stupid.
What's your last name?
Anthony Cumia.
And you're not a professional, are you?
Shut up.
I work on the Opie show on WBAB.
Is that right? What is
Yeah.
the Opie show?
It's Opie, 7 to midnight, WBAB.
I don't even know what that is.
I'm trying to get Opie's plug in.
Sort of does your show. Night. He takes a lot of phone calls.
Why does
and
he
outrageous.
always have to go there?
He's a young guy.
Always.
Big fan.
Night, you're a big
Jesus.
fan of yours. Big fan.
Well,
You know what I'm
obviously.
He does your show. He takes phone
Meanwhile,
calls.
you do
Yeah.
a great Jackie. That's all I can say.
Thank you.
Why was he wearing a Santa outfit? Was it around Christmas?
Yeah,
Don't you think it's weird that there's a radio guy named Opie?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of weird things going on in radio, quite frankly.
Oh, yeah.
You're sitting in a Santa suit,
Jackie
Howard.
number 2 here. That,
He's sitting in a Santa suit.
There's a lot of weird things going on in radio.
That's
God
funny.
bless you, Jackie.
Yeah.
And you're wearing a carrot as a nose that day.
You know what? I feel
I guess
bad
it was
that
some
I
kind of
don't remember
Christmas show,
Anthony
like,
coming in, and I'm
that
looking
was-
at Howard in a Santa suit, and I'm wearing a carrot on my
carrot
nose,
nose.
and I don't remember that.
Yeah,
So that's,
you were the-
I
you
don't
were
feel
a
so bad about,
snowman.
you know.
I think you were the snowman or something. So you had a carrot nose.
I don't remember him ever being in a Santa suit. What planet was it? 1994.
Well,
that
that's
was
94.
That was
man.
the
That's
old
16 years
studio
ago.
too. That was the
Yeah.
studio before you guys moved.
That was the peak.
Wow, that was God damn. I sure had
That
a
was
lot
the peak
of
of the
hair
show.
going
That
on.
was the peak of of my drinking. Yeah, was that a wig or is that your?
No, that
that's
was
you?
me for fucking. I was in a band at the time and used to come out on stage just and tease out that afro like a Earth, Wind, and
Dude,
Fire.
it looks like you have a penis on you.
Yeah,
know.
like, I think it might be a dick nose. And,
I say it's a carrot, but I don't know about
no,
that.
I think it's a penis
Is
nose.
that a dildo?
Probably, and they had a fisheye lens, so I looked so horrible on that E-show because it was one of those,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
in your
wide
face.
angle.
My nose looked like it almost looked that big.
Very wide angle there.
That was very funny though.
That was a while ago. Holy
He accused
shit.
you of being a professional comedian. Did you
I
hear that?
know. Well,
You killed.
I was a tin knocker.
That's a
You
great,
were,
right?
Construction worker.
I love how you're trying to shoehorn every impression in 2 seconds.
Everything.
It was an audition. Who are you
I was
kidding?
like, come on. This is one of my shots I'm getting here.
Yeah.
Jesus
It
Christ.
worked. You were
Come do
great.
something.
Good Kinnison.
Yeah, that was.
I miss Kinnison.
I used to do that. I used to call in from my work truck as Kinnison, and I got on the air a few times
Really?
when I did that. And then I guess somebody else started doing it, and that was
Craig
it for me.
Gass does
Yeah,
an
yeah.
amazing. You know Craig,
That was
right?
it, Craig.
His fucking Kinnison, man,
Yeah,
is
really
frightening.
good.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
He's a great impressionist. The one he
Oh,
does
yeah, he
Gene
is.
and Paul back and forth.
Oh, really?
Dude,
I gotta hear
he's
that.
a funny fuck, Craig Gass.
Gene and Paul back.
He does Gene and Paul.
Who does that?
And I heard Gene hated that he did him. Of course,
I bet. Of
'cause
course.
he sounds just like him.
Gene is so goddamn conceited.
Yeah, but he
How
does
could anyone-
Paul. He just captures Paul Stanley.
Does he?
Yeah. Greg's funny.
We don't have JB Smoove after all. What happened?
What
You
happened?
canceled?
We're
We don't know.
too white a show.
Can I be an idiot? Who is that?
He's on.
Yeah, he's on.
Was never confirmed.
All right, so we thought it was.
Yes.
Is it a rapper? Is it a rapper? I'm gonna go out on a limb.
No, he's a great comedian. He's on Curb Your
Let
Enthusiasm.
me leave you with this.
Which guy is he on Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Black guy, the black guy, Leon.
He's really? I was gonna meet Leon.
Yeah.
You motherfucker, where are you?
I don't know what happened.
You know who he is?
That's some weird shit, Larry.
He's a funny fucking dude.
And
man.
that's how you.
That's so funny.
Where's Steve today? Tony in Brooklyn.
What
Now-
I miss? See inside jokes. You're a prick. You're a prick.
That's you know how shit goes on sometimes.
As long as the
around
inside
here.
joke's not about you, don't worry about it.
Well, I'm
okay.
making sure.
Yeah, you'll be okay. Tony has a question for
Wait,
you.
I have a new phrase. No.
Tony in Brooklyn. Now, Jackie, because we're friends, if any of these questions are too much, you just tell me. Please. I'm not going to do that to you. Tony in Brooklyn. This one's an easy one, though. Tony, go ahead.
Please.
Hey, Jackie, whatever happened to Billy West? He was probably made your show the best when it was...
Billy West is the king of the voiceover guys. He does many of the voices on Futurama that was just renewed for 3 years, and I was with that prick when he got the call. We're sitting there eating dinner in Los Angeles, and he takes a phone call, and he goes, oh, good. And what was that? Oh, we just got renewed for 3 years, and it was, what's his name, calling him personally, the creator. And he's the Red M&M, and he's phenomenal. And I'm making a documentary, and he's going to, do some on-air stuff with
He's
the
also
documentary.
the bee on one of the cereal commercials.
You walk down the cereal aisle, and he goes, that's me, that's me, that's me. Me and him did a show about 3 or 4 months ago at the Record Collector store down in Bordentown, and we just sat there and shot the shit, and the audience was like spellbound for, and all I did was sit there. I was in the audience. I was sitting next to him, poking him with a question here and there, and he would go behind the curtain and say a voice, and then he'd come out, as an old black guy, or he came out this guy, that guy, Marge Shot, whatever. And he's so talented. He's one of those guys that you could only be with him a little while, and you got to get out of the room because you get a headache. And then all of a sudden somebody brings in a guitar, and the guy plays guitar better than anybody that you ever met. It's like, when the fuck did he learn to do that?
I don't know, Billy. I met him. I've never met him. And we were supposed to interview him at Comic-Con. Pat, we've talked to him on the phone. I really wanted to meet him. But he had left the table by the time we got there, and then there was just a fuck up with the scheduling. So we're like, all right, next time. But I really wanted to meet him. He's a fucker.
We had him on the show
guy,
once.
man.
He was great.
Really
He
funny guy.
did a mockumentary about Comic-Con with my friend Eric Middleman that was, and, the people just go nuts for him, He's one of those guys, you don't see him that often, but he just...
You think he's rich from voiceover work?
He has to take a fucking wheelbarrow to the mailbox. You know what I mean? He's just a good cat, a real good cat.
Yeah.
Straight shooter. He's one of those guys that was drunk on his ass the whole time.
I don't go for that.
When he was on BCN back in the 90s, and he escaped to New York, and boom, went through the roof.
Wow. Yeah,
and when he was on the show, he'd be sitting behind me and Fred, and we'd be winging notes, and he'd be going a million miles an hour. But it was strange because he was in back of us, so we couldn't pass the notes to Howard so Howard could okay him. And Billy was a 500-pound gorilla. So you had to be very careful what you wrote, because if you wrote 3 cunts walked into a bar, he would read it, because he's going too fast to edit. So Fred's handing me stuff, and I'm handing stuff, and trying to put it in order, and I just wished it was videoed. I mean, he was just frightened. And Al Michaels would come in, and Billy would do Al Michaels, and he'd say outrageous stuff as Al Michaels, and Al would say, that's not me, and he'd say, it is me, that's not me.
He had to keep saying, that wasn't me.
It was so unbelievable. It was so dead on. Now pull that up, Danny. What the fuck are you doing?
How long was he on the show?
I think
Maybe
4 years, 3 years.
A while, okay.
That's
I'm
it.
not sure. He
I thought it
started.
was longer.
He came on for a little bit, and then a while longer, and he was on 2 days, 3. I forget exactly.
One of the most famous things ever, and still hysterical to listen to, is the Larry Fine
at Woodstock. I can still, you don't remember much. I still remember being in Howard's office writing that because we were falling down. The first time he said, as Larry, Jimmy, I can't do Larry. Jimmy, set your guitar on fire. Mo was tripping. Oh, God,
It was so good. And then Allison Steele's voice on it. So it was perfect.
Lent it
It was it. Yeah. Is that it?
Very few
Oh, my
people
God.
realize that most groups
I've never
appearing
heard
at the Woodstock Festival did not make it into the Woodstock movie. Artists such as Leslie West and Mountain, Creedence Clearwater Revival, and the Jefferson Airplane. But the most glaring error was the omission of Larry Fine of the Three Stooges, whose backstage contributions were the backbone of the festival.
Oh boy, this is beautiful. It's beautiful. Hey, who is that ugly broad? Janet Joplin? I wouldn't f*** her with shimps.
Yes, Larry Fine was feeling no pain.
Hey Mo, I'm getting dizzy. What's hashish?
It wasn't long before the crowd was won over by Larry as he led them in the infamous rain chant.
Hey, come on, you ass. Sing. It's raining out. We gotta make it stop raining.
Larry got to know stars like Jimi Hendrix.
Hey, Jimmy, is it my imagination, or has Santana's drummer been taking a solo for a day and a half? Hey, man, Larry, you are sore. Thanks, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, who's the darky with the needle in his arm?
That's my good friend. We experiment with drugs together.
Larry was asked to make several stage announcements, which wasn't so easy because he was drunk.
Oh, please don't eat the brown acid. I'm warning you. Please get off those towers. I had long hair before any of you jerk-offs. Get on off those towers, you hard-ons. Don't eat the brown acid. I'm warning you. And somebody find me a whore.
Larry advised many of the up-and-coming stars like Country Joe and the Fish.
Hey, Mr. Fine, excuse me, you got a minute?
Hey, Country, how you doing? Hey, what are you and the Fishes gonna do when you get out on stage?
Oh, man, I don't know what to do. I got no ideas.
I got it. Why don't you go out there and spell f***?
Hey, man, great idea.
Now get out there before I take an axe handle to your colon.
Joe was truly inspired.
Give me an L. Go for it, Country. Give me a U. Hey, don't forget the K at the end.
Larry doubted his usefulness at Woodstock, but he soon realized he was an integral part of the festival. In one of Larry's last recorded interviews, he spoke in great detail about the 3 days of peace and love.
What do you remember about Woodstock?
Well, I felt out of place until I saw Shana Na. I said to Mo, let's trip. We have nothing to lose. I tie-dyed my hair.
Was there alcohol abuse?
Oh, yes. I started drinking when I heard Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
To this day, if you listen to Crosby, Stills, and Nash, you can hear faintly in the background a drunken Larry Fine singing along with the group.
Getting to the point where I'm no fun anymore.
Larry Fine, not just one of the Three Stooges, but an integral part of the Woodstock Festival.
Mo gave Jimmy the lighter fluid idea for lighting the guitar.
So you take credit for that?
Yeah, I said let the Schwarzer light himself on fire and his stupid guitar.
Are you bitter about Woodstock?
Bitter? Hell yeah. Those verkackte schnooks at Warner Brothers stiffed me on the movie deal for Woodstock.
Larry Fine, the forgotten stooge. I'm Allison Steele with another Woodstock Minute.
That's
people have told me,
genius,
people have told me they've listened to stuff and their faces hurt from laughing.
yeah.
And I always thought it was an expression, and my face literally hurts right now.
Every second of that is hysterically
I have not
funny,
heard
man.
that in 20. Oh my God, that's beautiful.
I've never heard that.
Oh,
it's fucking really
great,
funny.
isn't it? I remember the first time I heard that. I literally, when people call in a radio show and say, I can't drive, I almost crashed, I had to pull over because I was laughing so hard. I'm missing half of it.
They pull up in front of the tunnel so they don't lose the lose the signal.
It was just
round of applause for
hysterical.
Billy West.
Yeah, Billy.
Also
Holy
Ren and
fuck.
Stimpy, obviously.
Ren and
That was-
Stimpy.
well, he later, kind of altered that voice a little for Stimpy. Yeah. Oh my
Stimpy,
God,
right.
that is so funny.
Fuck.
I tie-dyed my hair. I had long hair before any of you hard.
My favorite line, before I take an axe handle to your colon.
I knew that
Before
would be
I
your favorite.
take an axe handle to your colon.
But the signature line is, I'm warning you.
Yeah. Get off those towers. I'm warning you.
I'm warning you.
I'm warning you.
You know, the first time he came on the show, and they said, you know, Howard probably said, you know, what impressions do you do? And I think he said Larry Fine. And I remember myself in my head, because you watch the Three Stooges, like, well, there's nothing distinguishable about that. Till
you hear
and then he
someone
does
do
it,
it.
and it's like,
holy shit.
who knew that it was that much of a caricature? Like, and how did I miss it? You know, it's so distinct.
Yeah.
You know, one word, and you know,
What years were you on the show?
I worked for free from 1983 to 1986, one day a week, and then we went to mornings. They went to mornings in '86, and I was on 2 days a week, and then I stopped going on the road, and within a month or so, I was on 5 days a week, and I left in 2001. So 15 years as head writer, and
You've
3
been
years
gone
for free
9
before
years
that.
already?
Holy shit.
I marched forth on March 4th of 2001. People talk the way people talk. It's like it was yesterday.
I know.
You know.
Wow, that's crazy.
9 years later, people go, hey, miss you on the show. It wasn't yesterday. It was 9 years ago. But there's so much best of and
Time
stuff,
fucking
you know.
flies.
You know.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You're still well represented on the show.
Yeah, it's great fun.
Know who's great is Fred. He lives in Jimmy's building. He's my neighbor because I lived next to him. What a great guy.
Great character.
Solid dude, man. Solid.
Yeah.
So talented. I've always said in every interview, he's maybe the funniest, fastest. I mean, it's frightening. You'll talk to him about something, and before you finish your sentence, he has something funny and intelligent to say about what you're. I mean, like he's lightning. He's lightning. You know, he's just wonderful. I mean, I you know, and they say he really badmouths me on the show really terribly lately for the last years, and I have no idea whether it's shtick or whether he's actually mad at me for so. I know they were mad at me for leaving the show and breaking up the show, but I have never done anything but sing the highest praises. I mean, he's like Billy. He's so talented, he gives you a headache. You know, we come up, hey, let's do an idea. Let's do something about a gerbil, and he comes in the next day with 20 pages. You know, I mean, he's just
that's psychotic.
He's just
that's psychotic.
Who works that hard?
It's unbelievable.
I might throw a joke at you.
Exactly,
Maybe
and they always
one
make
line.
fun of me because I was like, oh, we don't have to do any work,
fuck.
do we? You know.
A beautiful mind.
Two opposite. But we would sit there and write song parodies, and you know, people get mad at me for the analogies, but we were Lennon and McCartney, and you could almost go through and pick out the smart lines, the stupid lines, the punchline lines. One of the great stories, you know, my friend Ron Zimmerman has been dating this woman for a while, and it was kind of a secret, but now it's out. Ron Zimmerman, the comedian, do you know him?
Don't know him.
Skinny
Know the name.
little
I've heard.
guy
Yeah.
from Washington, D.C., and knew Howard from way back. Well, he lives with Cher. Of all I mean,
Now he does?
It's an
Now?
unbelievable match. But I forget, what the hell were we talking about?
Song parodies.
Oh, so we're writing song parodies, and we're sitting there, and Howard always said, don't edit. Write whatever you want. There was sometimes I would write something and hand it to him on the air, and he'd like look over at me like, what planet are you from? You know what? One of the most glaring ones was, it was a heinous thing that happened where they dragged a black guy to his death
Greaseman
behind
lost
a
his gig
car.
over
Yeah,
that,
Greaseman lost his job from
And
that.
I passed Howard a note, and he looked at me, and he didn't read it, but the note said, Polish water skiing. Which was just, you know, horrible.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Especially at the time.
you're not thinking about what happened. You're putting A and B together.
Right.
So we're sitting there, and Cher was living with the bagel maker. This is 30 years ago.
Rob
Camilletti. So she's living with her. So we decide we're going to do a song parody, and it's point of view Rob Camilletti singing "I Got You, Babe." You know, "I Got You, Cher." So we're writing it, and it was always so much fun. And back in those days, me, Howard, and Fred in the office, we had I weighed about 220 because we had a Rishardi ice cream thing that they kept full. So I'd sit there and eat. I'd eat 4 pints of ice cream and be ready for more. You know what I mean? And we'd sit there, and so you hopped up on the sugar, and we're going a million. And we get to the B section of the song, and I just kind of shook my head. And Howard said, "What?" I said, "No." I said, it is so stupid that I'm embarrassed that it went through my head. And it wound up being the funniest line in the song.
Write it down.
Yeah, because the B part of the song is, you know, "I got flowers in the spring. I got you to wear my ring." And he goes, I see London, I see France, I saw Cher in her underpants. And people would drive off the front. It was so childish.
Of course.
People went fucking nuts for it. Just fucking nuts.
Sometimes that's the shit that works the best.
Because, you know, it's so smart and such a funny point of view, and just the absurdity of her living with a bagel maker in Queens and him singing a song that anything put in there.
And his whole image was the dolt, you know, the mindless boy toy thing. And that fit
perfect.
Logistically,
absolutely
it fits.
perfect. From
Was he
his point of
handsome?
view. You know, I don't really remember, but I think so. I think he was like, you know, a Guido,
Yeah,
a
he was just
good-looking,
one of
nice
these,
guy, you know.
And Cher was getting older at that point, so
Whatever happened to that guy?
he wasn't going out with Cher anymore.
Yeah, that
Back
was
to the
it, right?
bagels, motherfucker.
Nowadays, if it would happen yesterday, he'd have a reality show. He'd have a book deal.
Yep. Dance with the Stars.
Dance with the Stars.
Something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, boy, it was tough back then. You kind of were there and then you were gone.
Yeah, it was like 15 seconds of fame.
Yeah, now you can hang on for a little longer.
The Billy West Marge shot bit was one of the funniest things I ever heard.
always wondered if somebody, because the classic days of terrestrial radio and not
that was on regular
subscriptions and
radio.
all that.
I'm sitting here thinking I'm scared to play it on satellite
Oh,
just to
of course.
show the people what Billy
I'm
West
thinking
used to
somebody gets in their car and they're just going through the stations, and all of a sudden you get to Billy West ranting as Marge shot and the stuff he said. It must have
the
been
old Cincinnati Reds owner.
Did he sound like her? I don't know what she sounded like.
It was it was a
just,
parody through and through.
But she was so racist that his Marge shot was so unbelievably off. You know,
because
and I wouldn't even say it
the
was
stories about Marge Schott were that she was very racist in the clubhouse and would treat people differently based on their race and what have you. So Billy would just blatantly be, but I mean, blatantly racist.
And
how that
word
shit
up-
got on the air, I will never know.
I know. March with your brothers. Oh, God.
There was a time, though, you were safe. If you were bringing in good ratings, you could pretty much
And
do whatever you wanted.
It wasn't against FCC
Well,
regulations.
obviously.
No,
So-
that's what's crazy.
That's
You know,
now.
as long as you didn't talk about her breasts.
Right.
You know.
Perish the thought you mentioned
Right.
her breasts or vagina.
Right, but throw the N-word out there all you want.
Oh, that
On
was
TV,
fine.
you could show somebody cutting off a woman's breast, but they can't squeeze it after it falls off. You know,
You're right.
That's a great way to put it.
crazy.
Yeah.
We're insane
my
in this
God.
country.
We really
Especially
are.
Danny. He's a loudmouth.
Oh, my God. He doesn't shut up. Yeah, look, they're all available there somewhere, but...
Yeah, it's too long
Opie
to
said,
play.
it's like-
No, it's too
It's
scary.
like to play him is just...
Yeah, I don't even
that
know.
was just an amazing part of history back then, like radio history. There was so much shit going
I was
on.
talking to somebody. You know, it was great. Whenever we went into a new market, I was always writing stuff that Howard would say, because he'd always do a speech, you know, like a welcoming speech, would be so outrageous and insult the town or whatever.
Of course.
But it was great because whenever they wrote an article about us getting into town, they would always lead the article with the most outrageous thing he said, and very often it was something I wrote. It's always great fun to see it in print, but what was really fun was when we get fined, and Tom Chiasano would and everybody get a copy of the FCC violation, and to see what you'd written.
Oh, we would all laugh.
In print.
Oh,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
print.
Just made it-
Yeah.
We've had a few of those.
You know, the first one was Susan Berkowitz. Susan Berkowitz was our
Susan
traffic.
Berkowitz,
She was
right,
she was our
right.
traffic girl. We call her Susan Berkowitz, and she lost a bet to Howard, so she had to sing a song, and the song was "I Gotta Be Me." But the parody was, I love sodomy. So I have the actual lyrics that I had written out for her that we gave to her, and I also have the FCC official, you have been cited for, and to see it, you know, in print is, you know.
Saying it or singing it is one thing. When you do it over the air, once you read it in a legal document,
I'm down on
you
my
start going
knees,
like,
I'm begging you, please, I love sodomy, you know, oh, God, fantastic stuff.
When you got that shit back from the FCC, it was always a lot of fun.
Oh, man.
you're just
As long as you had
looking
the
up,
ratings, you didn't care.
Oh, yeah,
You knew you
yeah,
would get
yeah.
through it.
It's so child, you know,
You would laugh
you've
in the
been
boss's
fined
office.
for talking like a 12-year-old on the
Right,
playground,
yeah.
you know, Jesus.
Like, who? And the argument was always, who was it hurting? Who were you hurting by just a song about sodomy like that? It's-
Unbelievable.
Did you ever
Unbelievable.
have sensitivity meetings? Me and Aunt, back in the day when we were in Boston, we had sensitivity meetings.
Well,
with
not
the
only
gay
that,
we didn't even know
community
we insulted a gay a gay group or the gay community. We didn't even know.
Of course.
And we had to meet with a gay group, and they wanted to hand out dittos and reading material, and then they wanted to have a follow-up meeting. And our GM went with it. I'm like, tell these guys to go the fuck away.
Yeah, it's like saying, yeah, I went to alcohol training, you know. But you know what happened when people first started getting sued for sex in the office, you know, sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Tom Giussano, we had a sexual harassment meeting.
No way.
That must have been.
And there was a TV screen, and he was going to play the official video he had to play.
Yeah.
And so it was you couldn't write this.
No.
And so
you got to know
there's all of
Chiusano
us
too.
and all of the salesmen, and we're all in this room. There's like 50 people in the room. Tom comes in to start the lecture. I had drawn a big cock and put it on the TV screen. And he's trying to talk. And when everybody's giggling, he's like, and he got pissed.
Yeah.
Which made it even funnier. He
took
didn't
that
just
shit
laugh.
very seriously.
Yeah. Oh, and I mean a big cock.
With
But the
hairy
classic
balls.
thing when somebody's talking and they don't know there's something going behind them, there's got to be a word for that. You know,
that's fantastic.
It was a classic. Man, if I ever make a movie, that scene's going to be in the movie. You know, that was just one. He was so pissed off. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
That's great.
That's the kind of harmless hijinks that's so fun.
And the fact that it's at a sexual harassment training thing is fantastic. Come on.
I didn't mind. I didn't mind Tom.
Oh, he was a great guy.
I didn't mind him. I was surprised. That
Oh no,
Tom actually turned out to be
well,
really
he had to
all
get
right.
mad at me for that. I mean, he had to. You know, like
you
it's
know
like a
he was
teacher that
laughing.
likes you. If you throw a spitball at him, he might love you, but he's got to say you can't do that.
Yeah.
You know.
He'd always do shit like that, and like at those meetings, because we had to go to a couple of those things, and then go, no, this, it's not for air. This isn't for air. And then you'd go right on the air and talk.
Oh, you couldn't wait to go on the air.
Reading, like we get these big
we drove our
pamphlets.
PD in Boston crazy because then he would come running down the hall. I told you guys, and then we would play what? We didn't know. We
You
thought
never
the
said
other
it.
thing.
Remember the
It would
stereotyping?
drive him nuts. He would be literally pulling his hair out. He didn't know how to handle
Remember the
us.
stereotype pamphlet we got about the hurt? What was it called?
Oh no, words hurt.
Yeah, words hurt.
It was called Words
That's
Hurt.
when I knew regular radio was over. When they handed out the words.
They
hurt.
handed those out, and they told us, this isn't for air. Just go through it and read it. And we're reading it and going, how is this not for air? You couldn't sit there as a comedy writer and write this. So it had to be. And we just started reading through it on the air and got
Words hurt. I love having
jammed up.
that conversation with people. Words hurt. It's called a punchline.
Yeah,
If
that's why
nobody
it's
gets
called a
hurt to some
punchline.
degree, there's no comedy.
Right. Yes. And people don't.
You know
people just
Mel
don't
Brooks'
understand that.
definition of comedy and tragedy? That's the classic. Comedy is when you fall off a cliff, and tragedy is when I stub my toe. It's like it's all point of view. Somebody gets
That's
hurt
funny.
every time you
That's
say something.
yeah.
Every time you say something, somebody gets hurt to some degree, or else there's no humor there.
Yeah, and someone will always think there, and I think it's so self-centered to think that you're the only person on earth, so that if it hits too close to home for you, now that isn't funny.
Now that's off base.
But the other day, they were laughing at somebody else's misfortune or whatever it is.
It's like a midget going, say, "Hey, did you hear about the two Jews?"
Yeah, and then a midget joke. It's like, hey, buddy.
Wait a minute. Wait.
But I think that humor has to be aware of. I can't even say it without laughing. I wanted to just see what it was like to say that. I couldn't even get it
aware
out.
of people's feelings, and when it is hurtful, it's just hurtful and not funny.
Yeah, I'd
anymore.
like to see where's the funny. Show
The
me
minute
the
somebody
funny.
starts talking like that, what comes to mind? Did you ever see Coconuts with the Marx Brothers?
Oh, my God, yeah.
And Harpo's at and the guy starts giving the speech, and Harpo's like,
That's behind.
he's walking out slowly, like I'm not staying for this horse shit, God
That's
damn it.
fantastic, man. Yeah,
Well, that's
some
how to
people
end the conversation with a Marx Brothers reference.
Hey, sure, why not? That's genius stuff.
Genius stuff.
I love watching Day of the Races.
I don't. There's a weird question coming in.
That's fantastic.
Mike in Chicago. Mikey.
Good evening.
Well, Mike.
I want to ask Jackie, what would him, Howard, and everybody else associated with that show thought about when O&A got, that whole church scandal thing going on?
When the Sex for Sam thing took us out, Howard was extremely happy. We were out of his hair finally. I remember that. I remember.
You weren't on the show by then, right?
Yeah.
I think
Jackie wasn't on the show at that point.
2002. We
Sorry.
got.
No, I was
so
gone.
he wasn't even there.
But
Yeah,
I had a whole definite. I hate the power of the Catholic Church, and to me, you know. And you know what's so funny on stage? You can talk about anything you want. You mention Jesus Christ, they're gone for 2 minutes. So I don't fuck around with Jesus on stage. But you know, if you're not a Catholic, that's a building.
Yeah,
it's just a building, and the guy wasn't beating her up, and he wasn't hitting her with a club. Whether it happened or didn't happen,
exactly.
If a guy had sex with a girl in a building, you know, there was no foul. Maybe, hey guys, use your head. Don't do that again. But the heinous
it got so blown out of proportion too.
To me, it was such bullshit. And I don't care whether it was you guys or Billy Bob or Howard or who it was. It's like. It's unfair that the Catholic Church could have that much power that they could just say, listen, we're going to be angry unless you punish these guys.
Well,
so I had your back, even though it was 2002 and nobody was asking my opinion.
With that said, looking back, oh boy. Oh boy.
Wow.
That would have
been a good idea not to do it.
Yeah, that was a tough one to defend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't do it expecting that kind of shitstorm.
Not at all.
It was a perfect storm that day.
Right.
It got, and I'm sure you guys have been in the same situation before, being on radio, where something happens and you know how it happened because you were there and you saw it or said it or wrote it or watched it happen, and then it gets picked up by the news and gets completely twisted around to where it's such an exaggeration.
I'll say it in one phrase. Howard fucking around with the death of Selena.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Who, you know, you would have thought
what exactly happened with that?
Desecrating her body, you would have thought.
She died, and there was like 3,000 people in line.
Checking out the body?
You know, I'm not sure.
She got murdered, right?
Uh-oh, Jackie just fucking edited himself.
What happened? I mean, that was many years ago.
Jackie's thinking.
He had to apologize.
In Spanish.
And he apologized in Spanish. And the second... You know what? We just talked about.
Jackie's scared.
No, I'm not scared. I'm just not
Polish
sure
water skiing.
Well, it's Polish water skiing.
Well, what exactly was said? I mean, was there jokes made about her death, or what was?
Supposedly, Howard took it too lightly or something like that. But the whole Spanish community was up in arms at him, and it was one of those business as usual things, but all of a sudden somebody said, wait, I take umbrage with that. And like, all right, but what about the 35 billion things he said before that and 35 billion things he said after that about every race, every color, every creed, every religion? We're just having fun here. There was no singling her out.
You never know which thing is going to get you in trouble.
But
the sex for Sam we knew, but we've been in trouble a bunch of times over the years, and you never know that's the thing that's going to catch on.
But that lit the fire, just like the St. Pat's thing. It was like, it was way,
Did you guys lose Dallas over that, or no? Did you lose an affiliate, or no?
Was that the thing when we weren't allowed in Houston?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was.
Let me ask you the apology in 2 languages. Was that because of because there's no FCC violation? Let's just say were there outside forces that were kind of causing a problem?
You know what? I don't remember. I think it was just one of those things where, it was much easier to just say I'm sorry.
And then you sort of made a bit out of it by doing it in Spanish.
Yeah, I wish
that's all that was about.
And I'm not taking the fifth here. I really don't remember that well. I just remember it was a much bigger deal.
I think there were death threats or something, so that was why.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was.
I want to know why Jackie stopped himself now.
Somebody said,
I can't help myself.
Somebody said that.
Email me, jokeland@AOL.com. I will reveal it at the historic Belmore Theater at 9:35 on Saturday night. No, I didn't really.
There's an instant feedback, but.
Someone said he was making fun of our music, saying it sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
And then Fred might have done something, and then. And that made Jackie laugh.
Yeah, it's like, I think, you know what I think his main thing that insulted them was he didn't know who she was. He was like, what music? You know what I mean? And it was like, pardon me. I don't know salsa music.
I read that. Yeah, that was it. Jackie's just like,
all right.
Yeah, well.
I won't go there.
No.
But why not?
I wrote that the people in line were eating her body.
Oh, shit.
That's
Jackie. You know what?
Because they were Spanish and they were hungry and they were eating her body.
That deserves a plug. No,
I think you have
that.
to apologize.
Jackie's going to be at the Belmore Theater.
I don't care if I go to hell.
We got it out of him. Jackie's going to be at the Belmore Theater this
Listen, I love you
Saturday
guys.
night.
What am I doing? Holding back? It was 25 years ago.
Yeah, come on.
And you wrote it in fun, like you make fun of anything
You know how
else.
you eat a dead body.
Of course.
Saturday,
been there.
Belmore Theater.
Hungry.
One show at 9:30, right?
Yep, one show, 9:30. It's right next to the Belmore train station. Come from New York City.
This is a good night of entertainment, and then Jackie brings everyone to my brother's restaurant, F.H. Riley's. Come on now.
In Huntington.
Come on.
Go to bcnlboxes.com, and you can grow your own tomatoes or watermelons or squash, cucumbers, whatever you want to grow, Norton. You can grow it in this world's greatest grow it boxes.
Everything but pot. Keep it legal.
No, not.
Keep it legal.
Why would anybody grow pot?
Of course.
Eddie Bernard, I love you.
All right, Jackie. I think this is a good place to end the show. You know what we're doing after the break? The We Deliver Keggers thing we talked about earlier.
Oh, that girl.
E-Rock found the
coming
bit.
in, found the whole thing.
Yeah,
Good.
he says it's brutal.
Oh, where she starts crying.
Brutal.
Good.
Both of us.
I'll have to get
this
to the
time
truck
around.
real quick.
I don't remember.
We must have had a really bad day because we both went after her.
I was listening to one of the best ofs on the way home, and Jimmy was going off on that woman yesterday that called up and said she had a daughter with some kind of a mental problem, and we were playing Guess the Mental Problem based on 20 questions, and you just unloaded on because she hated you. She said you weren't funny, and you just started unloading on it. It was funny shit.
I don't remember that one.
And then we played 20 questions. It's like, all right, does she have a Mo from Three Stooges haircut? And
I don't
just
remember
all the
that.
To
basic
determine
things.
whether or not somebody was challenged?
Yeah, what
See, I
type
didn't
of...
say retard, Danny. You see that?
She said her daughter was handicapped in some way, shape, or form.
All right.
And we were like, all right, don't tell us how. We want to guess.
Oh, you're going to get
So
there.
we started saying, what's higher, her height or her IQ? And just, it was
vaguely
so
remember that.
bad.
I don't remember this one.
Does she walk around or does she roll around?
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah. Oh, God. Does her tongue get sunburned when she walks around? It was awful stuff. But the fact that she was going along with this, you then opened up on it because she said you weren't funny. You opened up on her about using her daughter for her attention whore ways, that she just called in because she's an attention whore. And it was brutal.
Wait, how long ago was
You
it?
laid into her. I don't know.
Yesterday.
It was yesterday.
You were on Viagra.
2008? Yeah, wow, that wasn't that long ago.
All right, listen, Ron and Fez are live today.
Yes.
So that's going to be a big show. Ronnie's back.
Yeah.
His appendix.
Well, Fez is here.
Huh?
Is Ron here?
Is Ron
Yeah.
here?
I heard he's not here.
What?
Jimmy's fucking around with her.
Why are you fucking around with us?
Yeah, didn't you see the smile before he delivered the line?
I'm not a good liar.
Jackie, it's a pleasure.
Always.
Thank you, guys. It was great,
Always.
great fun.
You're certainly our friend now, man.
Yes,
I love it.
That is good. That is obvious.
Jackie, always
Belmore
Wave goodbye
Theater
to the
Saturday
camera.
night. Huh?
Opie and Anthony, wave
Oh,
goodbye to
yes.
the camera. Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
nice things. Oh, that's nice. Saturday night.
Yes.
Saturday
Belmore.
night, and coming up tomorrow, Artie Lang.
Jesus.
You have to
doing
go
all right?
there, Norton, as we're turning off the mics.
Is he doing all right, though? Does anyone
I haven't
know?
heard anything.
I
honestly
everybody,
don't know.
nobody knows. I asked
That's the
everybody.
biggest kept secret, man.
Yeah.
I hope he's doing. I said it because a
Unbelievable.
lot of people were hoping that we were gonna like poke at Artie and stuff. I'm like, no, man. He
Did that
the guy's in
himself. Why would he?
Oh Jesus!
Come on.
Oh, my, see,
God.
see,
It's a joke.
Did you say that? That was good.
see.
But no, man. I mean, he's in a bad place. We weren't
And I
gonna
don't
go
know
after
anything.
that shit.
Nobody knows nothing.
I just hope he's doing well.
Kona
Simple as
Science.
that.
Me too.
All right, man. Ron and Fez next. Stay tuned, though. The We Deliver Keggers bit.
Okay.
E-Rock
Brutal.
says it's amazingly
Nice.
brutal and funny at the same time. Jackie, thank you.
Thank you.